Welcome to the Crisler Center here in Ann Arbor, Michigan. The calendar has turned to March, and that means the madness is almost upon us. With Selection Sunday 2 weeks from today, the 15th ranked first place in the Big Ten Michigan Wolverines are looking to head into both the conference and NCAA tournaments with some momentum. So it goes without saying that every game counts from here on out. Their opponent today is a team fighting for their lives a little bit to hear their name called in 2 weeks' time, the Fighting Illini of Illinois, who have lost 3 of their last 4. Alongside Alex Miller, I'm Zack Schteingart. Wherever you may be listening from today, we are thrilled to have you with us for WCBN's coverage of Michigan basketball. Alex, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Zach. Thrilled to be here. This should be a fun one. I think it's a really strong Illinois team, regardless of their record.
Absolutely. So this is the second game in the last 3 days for these Wolverines, third in the last week, and they managed to win both of those games, but much like we've seen all year long, they escaped by the skin of their teeth in both of them. And it wasn't always pretty, but they do keep getting it done in the clutch, which is what sees them in that first place standing. So what do you want to see from the Wolverines today that would help them play a complete game for the first time in a long time?
I mean, for starters, this Illinois team is just a monster on the boards, one of the best teams in the country in rebounding, one of the best in the conference. They're without Morez Johnson, one of their go-to bigs, but they are not an efficient team in the half court. They don't shoot the three-pointer that well. They live on the glass. They live on second chance opportunities. Michigan's got to limit that, and they've got the size with Vlad Golden and Danny Wolf, especially with Morez Johnson, one of Illinois' 2 main bigs, not in the lineup today.
The Illini coming off a 20-point win over the Iowa Hawkeyes. That got them back on track after a 3-game losing streak. So just to go over some starting lineups here for the Illini, it'll be Kylan Boswell, Trey White, Kasparas Yakuchonis, Will Riley, who's filling in for the injured Morez Johnson, and Tomislav Ivicic. And then for the Wolverines, it's pretty much the same that they go with in every game. Trey Donaldson, Nimari Burnett, Roddy Gale, Danny Wolf, and of course Vlad Golden, who is being honored today. It is senior day here at the Crisler Center. The Wolverines making sure to honor all of their seniors who have made such a huge impact on this team over the last few years. So it should be a very fun one here today.
And you brought up senior night, or senior day really today at 3:45, but I was happy to see that when Jace Howard was announced, his father Jawan walked out with him to a largely raucous applause from this Michigan crowd, and that was a welcome sight for my eyes here in the Crisler Center.
Absolutely, yes. Good to see Jawan back in the building. So the Wolverines today wearing their all-maize uniforms. The Illini appear to be decked out in all white. And Michigan, of course, had an electrifying last-second buzzer-beater win over Rutgers last week. They are trying to win their first game over these Illini since 2019. That is, to be specific, that is exactly 6 years, 1 month, and 20 days. So we will see what we have in store today.
Yeah, 8 straight wins in this series by the Illinois Fighting Illini. And look, this is a matchup at home. Michigan is favored. They're the better team in conference this season. Michigan absolutely can win this game, but look, you know what they have to do. They can't turn the ball over at the high rate that they have in some games. Got to make their three-pointers, and they've just got to dominate on the glass. This is an Illinois team that is going to crash. Ivicic does a great job. All these guards get on the glass. Boswell in particular. These guys can really crash. That's what Brad Underwood wants them to do. Michigan's got to box out and be able to clear possessions.
Absolutely. Crowd getting on their feet here at the Crisler Center. Players are taking the court now. Should be a very fun one here today. Michigan, of course, projected as, I believe, a 4 or 3 seed right now, but either way, they're trying to maintain that position in these last 2 weeks of the season. Would be a huge turnaround for this team, of course. In Dusty May's first season as a head coach, he has been such a game changer, and we will see how it pays dividends as we come into this home stretch of the season. Golden at midcourt for the tip-off. We are underway. Tip goes to, fighting around a bit, but it goes to the Illini. It'll be Kasparas Yakuchonis to get things rolling for the Illini. He drives into the left wing, gets it to now Trey White on the right wing, gets it to Ivicic, who finds Yakuchonis coming around, driving in the middle, and he tries to put up the shot. No good. Rebound Golden. Golden gets it to Danny Wolf, who gets it to Trey Donaldson, who takes his time bringing it back up the court. Donaldson now gets it to Golden, top of the key. Golden finds Gale. Gale finds Danny Wolf on the left wing now. Gale finds Burnett coming around, thought about a shot, didn't get it, now gets it to Donaldson. Donaldson finds Golden inside, and he will be fouled. So the Wolverines making a good stand to start off, and now they will get an inbound here. It'll be Donaldson to inbound.
Yeah, Yakuchonis the other way thought he got fouled on that shot, didn't, and Michigan was able to clear it, have the set here.
Wolf now at the free throw line, tries to drive it off the right side, spins, and the ball gets knocked out of his hands. The Illini will be taking it the other way with Trey White. White gets it to Yakuchonis, who finds Ivicic. Ivicic in the corner to Riley. Riley, a three ball, no good. Rebound White. White finds Yakuchonis, that's Ivicic, my bad. Now the Wolverines will be taking it the other way with Gale. Gale bounce pass inside to Wolf, who gets it taken away from him. Now it'll be Donaldson who ends up with it. Now Donaldson still with it from the block M, trying to drive around the left side. Stop jump, now finds Golden inside, puts up the shot, and it's good. The Wolverines get on the board first with a 2-0 lead. So now Yakuchonis taking it the other way for the Illini. We will see how they respond. Now Will Riley on the left wing gets it to Ivicic at the top of the key. Ivicic, Yakuchonis coming around. He tried to get into him again. Now he'll launch a three ball, no good. Gale fighting for the rebound. It gets knocked away from him, but it will be Michigan ball as Trey White touched it last.
Bit of a lapse there by Michigan. Ivicic can't hit the three-pointer. Shoots it at 34%. Got left alone there after the dribble handoff action, but good box out by Radiel Jr. to keep this ball with Michigan off the glass.
18:22 to go here in the first half. Golden now on the left wing, looking for an open option, finds Donaldson. Donaldson now trying to drive it to the top of the key, making a few moves, now gets it to Burnett, who finds Golden trying to drive inside. Golden posts up, puts up the shot, and it's no good. Rebound Trey White. Trey White now taking it, finds Riley on the right wing. Riley takes it to the top of the key, now tries to drive inside off the right side, now finds Kylan Boswell. Boswell lost it for a minute. Now he's on the left wing trying to look for an open option. Boswell still has it. Now a step back three. No good. And a little bit of a fight for the rebound. Ivicic comes up with it. Now gets it to Yakuchonis on the left wing. Gets it to White in the corner. White a three ball. No good. The Illini really struggling from three. And that looks like it will be a foul call.
Yeah, Boswell got on the glass there again. Got fouled on it. It stays with Illinois. And again, Michigan has to box out. You cannot give the Illini three chances with the basketball every possession.
Yakuchonis now to inbound. He gets it to Boswell at the top of the key. Boswell between the legs dribble. Gets it to Ivicic, who launches a three ball. No good again. The Illini still cannot find their footing from three. Wolf comes up with a rebound, and now he's taking it the other way. Wolf now tries to drive inside. A bounce pass inside to Gale. Gale now puts up the shot. Didn't go. Gets his own rebound, and he gets it right to White, who's coming up the other way. Wolf's trying to guard him, and Wolf gets a good stop. Now gets it to Will Riley, who tries to drive inside, puts up the shot, and it's good. We are tied here with 16:55 to go. Now Burnett taking it the other way, gets it to Donaldson across the court. Donaldson now slowing down the pace a little bit, tries to take it to the top of the key, now drives inside. Now he'll pull up, and no good. Golden tried to get the rebound, but it winds up with Boswell, who's taking it the other way. Kylan Boswell now tried to drive inside off the left side, no good. Rebound Golden. Donaldson now taking it the other way. He's charging fast down the lane. He puts up the shot, and a lot of contact there, and doesn't look like there's going to be a foul call. Donaldson winds up on the ground. Actually, yes, there was a foul call. Donaldson inbound.
No, I think that just got blocked and went out of bounds, but either way, they've really let him play here early. There's been a couple of times where driving basketball players have thought they've been fouled. No whistles have been blown. They're letting them play. I like Trey Donaldson pushing the pace, driving inside there.
Lob inbound to Cheddar, who checks into the game now. Cheddar at the top of the key, hands it off to Donaldson. He'll pull up a three from the top of the key, and it's good! First three ball of the game for the Wolverines, courtesy of Trey Donaldson. Now, Kasparas Yakuchonis taking it the other way at the block M. He slows it down, now gets it to Boswell. Boswell gets it right back to Yakuchonis. Yakuchonis now a little patient, now finds in the corner. Riley has it. Riley trying to make a few moves. Now he tries to drive inside, spins, puts up the shot, and it's no good. Rebound Yakuchonis. Yakuchonis trying to move around now. Fadeaway jumper. Rattles around, but no good. Rebound Wolf. Now Donaldson taking it the other way. Donaldson pulls up a deep three from the right wing. No good. and the Illini will let it bounce out of bounds, and they will get the ball. So, yeah, Alex, as you mentioned, so far it seems like we've seen players flying all over the court, getting knocked down all over. What do you think the Wolverines? How do you think the Wolverines are going to maybe change their mentality, their game plan, based on what we've seen from that so far?
I mean, the most identifiable thing to me right now is that Michigan has to box out. We've seen guards crash down. Boswell and Yakuchonis have both had offensive rebounds, 2 for Yakuchonis, 1 for Boswell. I mean, if these guards keep crashing, eventually Illinois is going to find some looks. Michigan lucky to only hold them to 2 points. Illinois starts 1 for 10 from the field, but Michigan has to find a way to box out, get a rebound. Another thing I've kept an eye on that's been really interesting here is the 4-spot matchup. Danny Wolf plays the 4 for Michigan, a 7-footer. On the other side, it's Will Riley, 6'8", 195. He's very thin, and we've seen him try to take Wolf off the dribble. Wolf's tried to use his side on the other end, and it's also been interesting to see, Michigan runs that 4-5 pick-and-roll action a lot with Wolf the ball handler, Golden the screener. We've seen that the other way for Illinois with Riley the ball handler, Avicic the screener, and Wolf and Golden have hedged the screen, something we saw last time out against Rutgers too, but something to keep an eye on how Michigan handles Will Riley. So far, it's pretty much just been Danny Wolf.
Yeah, the Illini, of course, one of the top rebounding teams in the country, actually second in the NCAA, and we have certainly seen that ability so far. Seems like they've been getting every opportunity off the glass, but they have really not been able to capitalize so far. And especially what we're seeing from that is their really inability so far to get anything going from beyond the arc. They have attempted 10 field goals, and they've only hit 1 of them. They're 0 for 5 from 3. So that is actually the Illini just as a whole have really struggled to get things going for, as field goal shooters, and that is really lining up with what we're seeing so far in this one.
As a team on the season, Illinois shoots it at just over 30% from three-point range. They are not a great three-point shooting team. They have guys that can knock it down. Ben Harmonhouse off the bench shoots it at 34%. He can be better than that. And, so can Yakuchonis. So can Dre Gibbs Lawhorn off the bench. Boswell, too. They have guys that can make threes at times, but no one who on the season has shot it at a particularly elite clip. But, look, they still score 83 points a game. A big part of that is their work on the offensive glass. They already have 5 offensive rebounds through less than 5 minutes of play here. If that stands, they're going to find ways to get the ball in the cup, and these guards are going to keep crashing the glass, and you'll just need someone to get hot. Yakuchonis can create for himself and for others. So can Gibbs Lawhorn. So can Boswell, and Will Riley is just a phenomenal scorer, too, when the freshman's on. They have guys that can score the basketball, and they're due. They're not going to stay at 1 for 10, 0 for 5 from three-point range all day long.
In particular, Riley has really come on in recent weeks, as I mentioned, filling in for the injured Morez Johnson, the freshman from Kitchener, Ontario. He's a top 10 recruit in the 2025 class before reclassifying. So far, he has notched 15.7 points per game, 5 rebounds a game, 3.1 assists per game, and he started last game, and he gets the nod again here in the Crisler Center. Team's back out on the court now, getting ready to start. 15:45 to go here in the first half. And so Boswell inbounds it to Riley, who gets it to Yakuchonis now. Yakuchonis slowing down the pace a little bit, tries to dribble in between his legs, working on Donaldson. Now tries to take it on the left side, finds Hummerkaus, who's checked into the game. Hummerkaus gets it to Riley, but he gets blocked by Danny Wolf down in the paint.
Yeah, Riley beat Will Cheddar along the baseline. Cheddar now the 4 on Will Riley. Riley still has a speed mismatch there, but good help from Danny Wolf to pin it off the glass.
Yakuchonis now gets it inbound to Boswell, who lays it in immediately with the left hand. And counted, and the foul, I believe.
Yeah, Boswell came around a screen, cut down right to left, had a step on L.J. Kaysen and got fouled.
Yeah, Boswell, the transfer from Arizona, junior from right there in Champaign, Illinois. He's coming back to his hometown. He'll go to the line, and that one's good. He is a 80% free throw shooter on the season. Donaldson now taking it the other way for the Wolverines, working on Yakuchonis. That'll be a matchup to watch there. Double team gets it to Cheddar on the top of the key, who finds Gale on the left wing. Gale gets it inside to Wolf, who's trying to post up on Hummerkaus down low. Wolf now looking for an option, didn't get it. Bounce pass out to Gale. Gale at the top of the key now tries to drive inside, gets it to L.J. Kaysen, who will pull up from 3. Rattles around, no good. Rebound Riley. Riley taking it the other way, gets it to Yakuchonis on the left wing. Gets it right back to Riley. Riley back and forth with Yakuchonis still. Now gets it to Kylan Boswell. Boswell finds Yakuchonis, takes it to the right wing. Now tries to post up a little bit on LJ Kaysen. A fadeaway jumper off the glass, no good. Wolf pulls down the rebound and takes it the other way. Danny Wolf now for the Wolverines. Tries to drive on over the right side. Now in the right wing. Cheddar tries to set a screen. Now Wolf finds Gale, who tries to drive inside, puts up the shot, and that gets tipped around. Donaldson comes up with the offensive rebound and puts it in. Now the Wolverines have the lead right back at 7-5 with 14:20 to go. Boswell now taking it back up the court for the Illini. Boswell, a step back three, and it's good. The Illini have the lead right back, and Trey Donaldson now taking it the other way. Donaldson, Wolf tries to set a screen on Yakuchonis, now gets to Wolf. Thought about a deep three, didn't get it, and it gets taken right by Boswell. Boswell taking it the other way, passes it behind him to Yakuchonis, and the Wolverines come up right back with it with Kaysen. Kaysen now to Donaldson. Donaldson tries to drive inside off the left side. Now we'll slow it down a little bit, trying to work on Hummerkaus. Spins, and that'll be a travel call on Donaldson.
Yeah, good move there by Trey Donaldson. Just picked up that spin, that pivot foot a little bit as he tried a bit of a half spin back to his left hand. A little bit chaotic right now there on the floor. A couple sloppy turnovers in transition both ways. I've liked, though, the aggressiveness I've seen. Roddy Gill Jr. tried an aggressive take to the basket. One he could have finished, and got a shout out that Trey Donaldson had 2 offensive rebounds, including a putback. You love to see your point guard get on the oval glass there.
Kylan Boswell finds Tomislav Ivicic, who lobs it back to Boswell, who puts it in. And it's now a 3-point lead for the Illini as LJ Kaysen takes it back up the court for the Wolverines. Finds Burnett in the right wing. Burnett trying to drive on the right side. Puts up the reverse layup, and it's good. Back to a 1-point game. Kylan Boswell now taking it the other way for the Illini. Tries to slow down the pace and direct traffic a little bit. Finds Riley at the top of the key. Gets it to Ivicic on the right wing. Ivicic looking for an open guy. Doesn't find one. Now gets it to Boswell. Boswell at the top of the key. Trying to make a few moves. Now drives inside, a fadeaway jumper. No good. Rebound, Golden. Golden now gets it to Kaysen, who's coming up, trying to work on Riley. Making a few moves. Now takes it to the top of the key. Tries to drive off the left side. Tried to get it to Golden. It went through his hands, but Cheddar comes up with it. Cheddar at the top of the key gets it back to Golden. Golden hands it off to Reuben Jones. Jones now gets it back to Kaysen. Illini with tight defense here. Golden in the corner, or that's Cheddar, excuse me, and he gets fouled on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Veteran stuff there for Will Cheddar. Got him in the air, put a pump fake up, and just leaned in, drew the contact on the shot when he should have had a pretty good contest coming in at him. I believe that was Hummerkaus. That's crafty from Cheddar, and also good to see Reuben Jones back in the lineup for Michigan. He's missed a couple of games with an injury. He's in there right now off the bench.
Cheddar, the redshirt junior, one of the few remaining presences on this Wolverines team from last season. He is a 84% free throw shooter, and the Dusty May is going to call a timeout here.
I think they're taking a review here to see if Cheddar stepped over the line on that shot. I thought that he did. Close. He leaned in here.
Yeah, very close.
And boy, I think that right toe might have been on the line. They'll show this again, I'm sure. Make a call. Cheddar caught it behind the line. Hummerkaus came flying at him, and then Cheddar leaned in to try to draw the contact. Might have stepped over, and initially they awarded 3 free throws. We'll see what comes of the review here.
That would be a big break for the Illini if this were to be overturned. But yeah, Alex, what else do you have to say about some of the patterns we've seen in this one so far?
I mean, again, you look at the rebounding numbers, they're somewhat even. Michigan's had a couple offensive rebounds as well. Trey Donaldson got on the offensive glass too, and so far neither team efficient at all from the field. Illinois 25%, Michigan 36%. Both teams with just 1 3-pointer made. And, I expect Michigan to be the team that sort of bounces out of that rhythm first. They're the more efficient team at large. They have guys that can shoot it. Loved seeing Nimari Burnett get downhill. We've seen that from him a couple of times lately. He was very aggressive, putting the ball on the floor against Rutgers. And he's normally a guy who's mostly catch and shoot. We've seen him look for his own shot a little bit more, and that gives Michigan another weapon when Roddy Gill has struggled a little bit.
The Illini, of course. Yes, so Cheddar goes to the line, called, stands.
2 free throws this time.
2 free throws. So, yes, it'll be 2 free throws for Cheddar. As I mentioned, an 84% free throw shooter. Now he's going to the line for his first one. And that one is good. And it is back to a tie game, looking to take the lead back with this next free throw here.
Cheddar's just so productive off the bench. Just such a versatile guy. He can guard, 2 through 5, shoot the basketball, play on the post when he has a size advantage. It's a very valuable piece.
Cheddar knocks down the second free throw, and the Wolverines have a 1-point lead again at 11-10 with 12:39 to go in the half. Illini now taking it back with Boswell. Boswell trying to work on Burnett right at the block M. Trying to slow it down, a couple crossovers. Looking for an open guy. He finds it. It's Gibbs Lawhorn who's checked into the game. Gets it back to Ivasic, who lobs it to Riley inside, who puts it up and in. The Illini have the lead again. LJ Kaysen takes it back for the Wolverines. Kaysen now tries to slow it down a little bit, guarded by Gibbs Lawhorn. A lot of guys running around inside in the paint. Kaysen still has it. Now gets it to Cheddar on the right wing. He'll pull up from 3, and it's no good. Just in and out. Riley comes up with a rebound, and he'll take it the other way. Working on Reuben Jones. Now gets it to Ivasic, who hands it right off to Boswell. Boswell tries to drive, and the ball gets knocked way up in the air, and it'll go out of bounds. And the Wolverines will come up with the ball, and now we have a timeout called. So, yeah, the Illini, of course, have been shooting a lot more from beyond the arc, and they have not seen much success with it. The Wolverines have also only made 1 3, but they are only 1 for 3, so we will see how they pivot their offensive philosophy based on the trend.
Yeah, I saw a couple good sets there offensively for Illinois. Hello, folks at home, broadcast cam on, but saw a couple good sets there. I mean, Will Riley had a really nice finish off a Ivasic assist where he was just able to contort his body in the air, get it back to his right hand. And Boswell there was trying to get downhill, just lost the basketball on the power dribble, step through. But look, Illinois is going to keep attacking the rim. They're not a great three-point shooting team, but they've got pieces that can score. And again, they've continued their work on the glass. That's where they're dangerous. In Michigan, turnovers haven't been great. 4 turnovers with 9 minutes gone, or really 8 minutes gone by. But, stuff to build on. I liked the set a few moments ago where Cheddar came up off an elevator screen, had an open 3 on the right wing, just couldn't knock it down. But Michigan's got pieces that can score the basketball. They've gotten a couple of good looks. They're going to figure out something over the next half hour of gameplay.
And, of course, with their offensive rebounding prowess, the Illini are going to do everything they can to make sure the rest of this game stays in the paint. They are 6-10 in quad 1 games right now, so this would be a huge win for them should they get it done. They've lost 3 out of their last 4. They suffered a brutal loss to Duke the other night. So they are really trying to get back on track to still get good positioning in the tournament. And this would definitely be a fun team to watch in the tournament, so we will see what happens with them. The Wolverines, of course, currently on a 2-game winning streak. They have that's been a good rebound for them after the tough loss to the Michigan State Spartans last week. And this has just been such an amazing turnaround for this team, who had a very rough season last year, of course. But with Dusty May at the helm, recently signed an extension to ensure that he'll be here for a long time. However this ride ends, it's been a fun one for sure.
Yeah, that it has. And Dusty May's done just such a great job with this group. And, he brought in a lot of new guys, and it looks like a lot of them are going to stick around. You lose the seniors, maybe you lose Danny Wolf, but you probably bring back Trey Donaldson. You probably bring back Nimari Burnett's going to stick around one more year, it seems. And Will Cheddar could come back. Rowdy Gill Jr. might come back. You've got pieces here. Another good freshman class coming in next year. You've got the 5-star Trey McKinney. Winters Grady can really shoot it. They've got some young pieces. LJ Kaysen's a guy that could take a step next year. There's no reason not to believe that Dusty May has this team built. He's got them built for a really promising future.
Absolutely. They've already seen a lot of success in the recruiting field so far. And, of course, May has brought in a lot of the key guys for this team through the transfer portal, so we will see who he finds through there this offseason. Now, back on the court, Donaldson takes it the other way. Donaldson at the block M, guarded by Gibbs Lawhorn, gets it to Wolf on the left wing. Wolf now trying to drive inside on White, trying to find an opening. Now gets it to Golden down low. Golden, ball got away from him a little bit. Now he's trying to work on Ivasic. Golden spins, tried to put up the shot, didn't get it. Now he puts it in off the glass. Golden gets the lead back for the Wolverines at 13-12. So now the Illini taking it back with Yakuchonis. Yakuchonis, who is guarded by Jones. Yakuchonis now tries to lob it inside to Ivasic, who slams it down. back and forth. This is turning into a back and forth affair here as Donaldson will try to lead the Wolverines' response. Donaldson now taking his time at court. Now it finds Wolf. Danny Wolf now at the right wing, now tries to drive to the left side. Bounce pass inside and just out of the reach of Reuben Jones. That'll be a turnover.
To go back to the set on the other end, just a simple pick and roll for Ivisic. Set the screen, Michigan hedged it, and nobody tagged Ivisic as he rolled down the lane, just found himself wide open, easy slam. You know, they're the other way. That's a good look for Danny Wolf. To quote John Beilein, though, he used to say that you love a 50-50 shot, you don't love a 50-50 pass, and if Danny can make those tough passes, but there's a turnover you don't want.
So now Yakuchonis pulls up from a deep three, but beyond the arc, and that'll be in off the glass. It's a 4-point lead for the Illini. The Wolverines coming back quickly, though, with Roddy Gale. Gale now on the left wing trying to drive inside. Gets knocked over a little bit. The ball kind of got away from him. It rolls out of bounds. It'll be Illini basketball.
You hate to see a banked three go in if you're Michigan. That didn't come off of Yakuchonis' hand right. And, again, they've let him play there. Roddy Gale Jr. took a bump. No call.
Jake Davis checks in for the Illini. It's Yakuchonis with the ball at the top of the key. Now finds Ivisic. He takes a three, and it'll be another three-ball knockdown by the Illini. They're really finding their footing here after struggling a little bit to start this game. Gale now takes it back for the Wolverines. Gets it to Donaldson. Donaldson at the block hem. Gets it to Burnett. Burnett finds Golden inside. Golden trying to make a few fakes. Now posts up on Ivisic. Golden now trying to find the shot, and he lays it in. We're cutting into the lead. It's 5 points now for the Illini. Yakuchonis taking it back. Gets it to Ivisic, who gets it right back to Yakuchonis at the top of the key. Yakuchonis looking for an open guy. Now finds White. Gets it right back to Yakuchonis. Spins inside. Hesitates a little bit. Now puts up the shot. No good. Rebound Wolverines. It's Gale taking it back now. Roddy Gale gets it to Wolf. Wolf finds Golden at the top of the key. Now gets to Wolf, a deep three, and that looks like it barely grazed the rim, but that one was still not even close, and the Illini will take it back the other way.
Danny Wolf hasn't shot the three-pointer very well this season, especially as of late, but I love the confidence. He got the dribble handoff action from Golden. Defender went left him alone out there. I like the confidence to take that shot, even if he missed it short that time.
Wolf now subbed out of the game. Will Cheddar takes his spot. And the Illini will inbound it now. Yakuchonis taking it back. White right there with him. Yakuchonis now gets it to Boswell, gets it right back to him. Now gets it to Davis on the left wing. Gets it right back to Yakuchonis, right back to Davis on the left wing. Trying to find a guy inside. It's Ivisic who puts up the shot, and no good. Cheddar tried to fight for the rebound, and it looks like he got fouled down there.
Michigan went to a 2-3 zone look there, which I really like. This isn't an Illini team that shoots the three that well, even if they've made a few lately. They got it right into the middle of the zone. Ivisic at the elbow. He missed that shot. It's a good look for him, but again, if you're Michigan, I think you take a deep mid-range shot from the center, even if it's one who shoots the jumper well.
Donaldson once again taking it back for the Wolverines. Now finds Golden inside. Golden now trying to post up on Ivisic. Tries to spin now, puts it in off the glass, no good, gets tipped around. Cheddar gets the rebound and puts it in. 3-point lead now for the Illini. Yakuchonis takes it back, guarded by Burnett. Now finds Boswell on the left wing. Gets it to Yakuchonis, who gets it to White. Right back to Yakuchonis, inside to Ivisic. A bounce pass inside to Davis, and that's going to be a goaltending call on Vlad Golden. Just a rough break for Golden there. And so the Wolverines will take it. It's Donaldson once again. Donaldson coming back up with Roddy Gale, guarded at the block end by Kylan Boswell. Now gets it to Nimari Burnett on the right wing. Burnett now trying to work on Trey White. Still from beyond the arc, now finds Golden inside. Golden thought about his shot, didn't get it. Now he tries to post up inside on Ivisic once again. He spins, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound White, who takes it right back the other way. Trey White now on the right wing, gets it to Boswell at the top of the key. Boswell tries to drive off the left side, now tries to drive right inside down the lane. Didn't really get the look he wanted. Ball tipped around a little bit, and the Wolverines are going to come back with it. Timeout called here. Oh, foul call. Very eventful back and forth sequence there by both teams. Saw a lot of contact, a lot of the teams getting it done inside the paint. And really, that's just what we've seen from both of these teams all season long.
Yeah, under 8 media timeout, Illinois 22, Michigan 17. And thought it was really interesting what Dusty May did defensively there for Michigan. They were in a zone for 2 possessions. The first time, Avicic took the elbow jumper, missed it. Second time, it was a gorgeous set where the ball was on the left wing with a guard. It pulled Will Cheddar up out of the left corner, went inside to Avicic at the elbow, and he threw a backdoor cut into that where that corner pocket would have been, where Cheddar could have been sitting down. Just a really gorgeous set, and that led to the golden goaltend. And then after that, next possession down, Dusty went right back to the man-to-man after Illinois broke the zone, really to perfection. It's going to be interesting to see how Dusty plays this defensively, and it's just really fascinating to me how this 4 spot has continued to match up. We saw Trey White guard Danny Wolf for a little bit. I like that matchup for Illinois defensively better than Will Riley on Wolf. But again, Wolf can take advantage of these guys. He's got a size advantage. He can go downhill, go to the glass, and Michigan has really played through Vlad Golden these last couple possessions. He's hit a couple of shots, missed his last 2. Avicic has a good size on it, but Golden's been able to move him, get a good position on the block. Just got to knock those down if he's going to go back to the basket one-on-one.
Yeah, the Illini certainly on paper have the guys to match up with the Wolverines' Area 51 combo, and we will see how they continue to put who they continue to put on them in the rest of the game. Just to go over the leading scorers here, kind of spreading around the wealth a little bit. Vlad Golden leads with 6 points. Donaldson right behind him with 5. And third is Will Cheddar, who's coming off the bench and made a nice contribution with 4 points. Donaldson, of course, hitting the Wolverines' lone 3 to this point. And so we will see how that continues here. And for the Illini, it's Kylan Boswell leading the way with 8 points. Avicic right behind him with 5. Will Riley with 4. And Kasparas Yakuchonis, who is really the leader of this team, the star that they really like to revolve this team around, only with 3 points so far. The Wolverines have done a nice job holding him in check.
Yeah, Yakuchonis does have 3 assists, as does Tomislav Avicic. Both those guys have been really good out of the pick and roll. We saw Avicic pick and pop, hit a 3-pointer on the right wing. Those 2 guys can really get it done in the 2-man game. And Yakuchonis and Boswell, those 2 are the guys that have to create for the rest of this Illinois team, especially for Avicic. They have the ball in their hands a lot. And they can create for others, make their own shots. And you know, Yakuchonis, they're talking top 10 pick, a really good freshman campaign. He can really get downhill. We saw him try to post up a smaller Donaldson at times. He can score in a lot of ways. Illinois is going to need him if they want to hold on to this 5-point lead.
Burnett now with the inbound to Donaldson, who takes it right back up the other way at the block M. Now gets it to Golden, who tried to hand it right back off to Donaldson. He wasn't there, but he gets it to Gale, who tries to drive in off the right side, and he gets blocked. White now with the other way for the Illini, guarded by Burnett on the left wing. Now tries to drive inside. Burnett falls down. That leaves the lane wide open for White, who tries to put up the shot. No good. Ball bounces around a little bit. It'll be Wolverine basketball.
Boy, I mean, so Burnett fell down and White drove to the cup. Roddy Gale Jr. did a smart job to come over and help side, but I thought he clearly committed a foul when White drove into him on the body. No whistle. They are letting them play today.
Absolutely. A lot of contact seen by both sides. It's Donaldson now once again at the block M. Golden tries to set a screen on Boswell. Donaldson drives off the right side. No good. Rebound to Avicic, who gets it back to White. Trey White now taking it back for the Illini. At the right wing, now he finds Riley. Riley tried to find a look inside, didn't get one. Now a way cross-court pass to Boswell, who gets it to Avicic at the top of the key, who gets it to right to Yakuchonis. Yakuchonis has tried to get a step back, a pump fake. He puts up the shot, no good. Tipped right to White by the Wolverines. He'll try to put up the shot, and he gets fouled. Really good offensive rebounding on that sequence for the Illini. That's what they do best.
They have 7 offensive rebounds right now. And, you know, that's just killer. I mean, that's just a lot of extra chances. They've taken 25 field goals in this one, and Michigan's 20. Yeah. Eventually, those extra chances pile up, and they lead by 5. That's a big part of it.
So now Trey White goes to the line. He puts up the first shot, and it's good. And certainly, Dusty May had to tell his guys before this game, this is one of the top offensive rebounding teams in the country. We have to box out and make sure they don't get those looks. But so far, they have been dominating off the glass.
I mean, a big part of this, and, you know, Dusty and company knew this with the scout, is all these guards crash the glass really well. Yakuchonis and Boswell, White at the forward spot. These guards are coming in there, and Michigan Smalls have to box them out.
Second free throw good by White. It's 24-17 Illini with 6:47 to go in the first half. Donaldson once again bringing it back up the court for the Wolverines. Now tries to take it to the right wing, directing some traffic down there. Gets it to Gale at the top of the key. Gale tries to drive in off the right side. He puts up the shot, and it goes.
I like it.
Yep. Yakuchonis now taking it back for the Illini, who now have a 5-point lead. Gets it to Ivisic, or Hummerkaus, who's checked into the game now. Gets it right back to Yakuchonis, who finds Riley on the left wing. Riley, a little bit of an errant pass to White, but he comes up with it. Now he's trying to drive inside on Donaldson. Gets an open look and puts the shot up, and that one's good. The Wolverines now taking it back, trying to respond. Crowd wanted a foul call there. So now Donaldson at the block M. Gets it to Shetter on the right wing, who hands it right back to Donaldson. Donaldson thought about a three, didn't get the look he wanted. Now gets it to Wolf on the right wing. Now bounce pass to Shetter inside. He tries to drive in on Hummerkaus. Hummerkaus has got him in a tight window. He tried to put up the shot, goes right off the rim, and that'll be Illini basketball as it gets tipped out of bounds.
It's a really good stand down there by Ben Hummerkaus and this Illinois defense. This is a tiny Illinois lineup out there right now. Will Riley and Hummerkaus, the forwards, with three small guards, Trey White in there too, but this is not a big lineup at all for Illinois.
Yakuchonis now on the left wing, gets it to on the right wing. That's a three ball, no good. Rebound Wolverines now taking it back up. That's Nimari Burnett on the right wing. Thought about a three, didn't get it. Wolf at the top of the key finds Guel inside, who gets it to Donaldson in the right corner. A pump fake. Now he pulls up from three. No good. Rebound Hummerkaus. Gets it to Yakuchonis, who's taking it the other way. Finds Trey White. Now trying to drive inside. Yakuchonis on the right wing. He'll pull up a three. No good. And the Wolverines are going to finally come up with a rebound down there on the defensive end.
And a foul on Will Riley as he tried to knock it away. You take that if you're Michigan. Good board, and you know that was just a really interesting sequence. This lineup as Ivisic is about to check back in here, but Illinois with a really small squad held their own, and we saw them get a couple good looks from three-point land with the quicker lineup.
Yeah, both these teams really still struggling to find something from three. The Illini 3 for 10, Wolverines 1 for 6. Donaldson now taking it back again for the Wolverines. He's guarded by Gibbs Lawhorn. Now he finds Kaysen at the top of the key. Kaysen tried to get it to Golden. He wasn't looking for a bit, but he comes up with the ball. Now Kaysen on the right wing tries to drive inside, tries to fake it a few times. The ball gets knocked away from him, and now it's Hummerkaus taking it the other way. He's got an open look. Now he gets it to Ivisic, who gets it right back to Hummerkaus. Double team down there, who finds Boswell. Now on the left wing, it's Ivisic from three, and no good. Rebound, Danny Wolf. Wolf now taking it the other way, guarded by Hummerkaus. That's a different matchup that we've seen so far. Now Burnett trying to drive inside in the left corner, gets it to Golden on the left wing. Wolf right behind him, he hands it off to him. Danny Wolf trying to drive inside. Bounce pass right back to Golden. He spins, trying to put up the shot. Now he ducks and puts up the reverse of the layup, and it's good. And it's a 5-point lead now for the Illini.
Golden had Hummerkaus on and was able to body through him and finish it.
So now that is Ivisic for the Illini. Ball gets taken away from him, and it's LJ Kaysen taking it back for the Wolverines. He's got an open lane behind the back pass to Wolf, and Wolf puts up the three layup, and it's good. Only a 3-point lead for the Illini now. Kylan Boswell taking it back the other way. The crowd is on their feet. Boswell gets it to Riley. Boswell gets to Riley. It is Kylan Boswell now at the top of the key. Ivisic tries to set a screen in the right corner. He'll pull up, and that is no good. Rebound, Boswell. He puts it right back up and in. Count it, and the foul.
Yeah, Michigan was back in the 2-3 zone there. Gave up a decent look for Hummerkaus in the corner. Missed it way long, but you know, part of the problems potentially with the 2-3 zone is you don't know who's around you to box them out. And Boswell has just been so sneaky on the glass all night, really all season. Got another offensive board, able to put it back in for the N1.
Good effort by the Wolverines to cut into that lead a little bit, but now the Illini with the chance to get it back to a 2-possession lead. Danny Wolf really leading the way for them there. He's got, Danny Wolf really leading the way for them down there. But, yeah, so the Wolverines kind of really getting outplayed down in the paint so far in this one for sure.
They're losing the rebound battle 19-16, but the big part of it is that Illinois has 8 offensive rebounds with their 19 boards. And that those second chances, you know, they start to pile up, and they have today for Illinois.
Yeah. I mentioned Danny Wolf leading the way down there on that last possession, but he's only been held to 2 points today for the Wolverines despite having 12 minutes so far. That is tied for the third most of any Wolverines so far today. We've got the putt now, and that one was going to fall a little bit short.
I mean, that was about as bad as a putt I've seen. He put it, I mean, you got to put it down the full 94 feet. That probably made it, I don't know, 12 feet before going to the stands on the right side. Literally couldn't have shanked it more.
Yeah, a little bit short is a very generous description of that one.
Yep.
My apologies for not painting the full picture there.
Yeah. Zach Linfield, in-game host, former WCBN alum, was not impressed. He was bent over in anguish.
Couldn't believe what he was seeing.
No. Not to say I would be better. I'm a terrible golfer. Can't putt for the life of me. But, I mean, I would hope, you know, it would make it the full length of the court. One could hope. It's a flat court, so I don't know.
So the Illini with a 5-point lead with 3:35 left to go in the first half here. Senior day here at the Crisler Center. We want to remind you you're tuned in to WCBN's coverage of Michigan Wolverine basketball. It is officially March, and so a lot of the time what we see in March is that the vibe is just very different, and we start to see these teams fighting like their seasons are on the line, even if they're comfortably locked in to a spot in the tournament. But March really just brings out a whole new set of stakes, and the Wolverines with only 2 games left to go, only 1 home game left. That'll be this coming Wednesday against Maryland, and then they close out the season in East Lansing against those Spartans who they lost to last week. They are really going to be looking for revenge in that one.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun end for the season for Michigan. Maryland is a really good team, and just a fascinating matchup to me for Michigan because they, like the Wolverines, start a pair of near 7-footers in Derek Queen and Julian Reese, and that whole starting 5 for Maryland is just fabulous. Kevin Willard, I really believe in his squad this year. Queen is something special for a freshman forward. He can pass it, he can score it, he can shoot it, can just do a little bit of everything, and that's going to be fun. And I mean, the Michigan State game is going to be a monster in the Breslin Center. That was a blast here in Crisler. Breslin is as loud as it gets. Tough place to play. That's going to be a blast on Sunday.
So Boswell now is going to go to the line. 81% free throw shooter. Crowd trying to let him hear it. Boswell's first free throw is up and good. So it's a 6-point lead now for the Illini. Danny Wolf inbounds it to Donaldson, who takes it the other way now. Donaldson guarded by Gibbs Lawhorn. Now Golden trying to set a few screens. Donaldson tries to drive off the right side. Now gets it to Burnett at the top of the key. He tries to drive in off the left side. He tries to put it in off the glass. It's no good. Rebound Boswell, who takes it back the other way. Boswell now on the right wing. He'll pull up from right there for 3, and it is no good. Rebound Jake Davis, who gets it. Ball gets tipped away from Gibbs Lawhorn. Donaldson now with a wide open lane for the bucket, and he makes it, gets it in. 4-point lead now for the Illini. The Wolverines with as good of a chance you're going to get there, and Donaldson made the most of it. So now it's Colin Boswell, gets it back to Gibbs Lawhorn on the right wing, who gets it to Ivasic, who finds Riley. Riley gets it right back to Ivasic inside. He'll pull up a jumper, no good. Rebound Burnett. Burnett now taking it the other way on the right wing. Finds Golden inside. Golden puts it up, and he gets fouled.
Yeah, Golden rolled home off that screen, had up maybe a half step on a Ivasic. Jake Davis came underneath on help side, and Golden went right through him to try to put it up, and Davis got called for the foul.
So it'll be Vlad Golden going to the line. Of course, the transfer from FAU, who's made such a huge impact on the Wolverines this year. First free throw up, and it is no good. He has really had his struggles with the free throws so far this season, as have a few of the Wolverines. But Golden, of course, only a 72% free throw shooter. Hummerkaus checks in now for the Wolverines. It's Ivasic who gets subbed out. A lot of movement going on for both teams here. Golden will get his second shot. Of course, he is Dusty May's guy from FAU, their FAU days. And he goes 0 for 2 from the line as the second shot is no good. That would have been a huge chance for the Wolverines, but ultimately they come up short. And now it's Yakuchonis taking it the other way for the Illini. Yakuchonis at the block M. That's Riley moving around a lot down there. He finds him, gets it right back to Yakuchonis, who gets it to Boswell. Yakuchonis on the right wing gets it cross court to Boswell. Boswell right back to Yakuchonis. But now again with Boswell. Boswell will try to pull up for the jumper, and it's good. Donaldson now taking it back for the Wolverines. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. And that is going to be, looks like a travel call.
They put a foul on Golden offensively. I believe he was set up trying to screen or seal somebody. Got called for a push.
Yakuchonis now taking it the other way for the Illini, who are protecting a 6-point lead here with under 2 minutes to go. Left wing, it's Riley who finds Boswell inside. Boswell trying to find an open look, doesn't have it. Takes it back from beyond the arc. Finds Yakuchonis, who gets it to Riley in the left corner. A 3-ball, no good. Ball gets tipped around. Rebound ends up with Yakuchonis, and it gets rejected down there by Danny Wolf, who comes up with it and takes it the other way. Wolf now finds Burnett on the left wing. He'll pull up for 3, and got it! Nimari Burnett cuts the lead to 3. A huge 3 there for the Wolverines. Crowd is back into it now. They are loving what they're seeing from their Wolverines. It's Yakuchonis now at the top of the key who gets it back to Boswell. Gets it right back to Yakuchonis on the left wing. Now right back to Boswell, right wing, guarded by Reuben Jones. Yakuchonis on the left wing. Boswell doing a little back and forth. Now Boswell tries to drive inside. The ball gets knocked away from him. White comes up with it. He'll put up the shot. It rattles around. No good. Wolf pulls down the rebound. And the Wolverines may try to tie the game up here. Danny Wolf tries to drive inside. And that'll be a travel call on Danny Wolf. Rough break there for the Wolverines just as they were starting to get all the momentum back.
Wolf sort of barreled in right there, tried to get through Hummerkaus, and Ben Hummerkaus has stood up a couple of times early in this game. You know, Illinois takes time out there. They're up 3 with 40.7 to play. A couple of nice possessions defensively for Michigan. They went to the 2-3 zone. Kylan Boswell was trying to cut in between it. He one time ended up with a nice pull-up jump over Vlad Golden. A couple other times was cut off a little bit by the help side presented in that zone. And look, Illinois, not a great three-point shooting team. They've taken 14 threes in this first half. They've only made 3 of them. If you're Michigan and you can stay in that 2-3 zone, cut off dribble drives, force them to kick it at three-point shooters, I think you live with half-decent looks from middling three-point shooters on the Illinois side.
Absolutely. Yes, both teams really still not finding anything from 3. The Illini have taken twice as many shot attempts from beyond the arc as the Wolverines, as they are currently 3 for 14, 12 for 37 in total with field goals. And that same trend we're seeing, the Wolverines have just taken a lot less field goals in general, and that may be why we've seen them be a little bit more efficient. They are shooting 43% from the field. So now Yakuchonis takes it back for the Illini at the block M. He's trying to really slow down the pace here. 30 seconds to go here in the first half at the Crisler Center. Donaldson and Gale trying to give him some space. Now Will Riley on the right wing, guarded closely by Burnett, and they get tangled up there. Both players fall to the ground. But that will be an offensive foul call on the Illini.
Trey White tried to set a screen on Nimari Burnett at the top of that zone. Burnett tried to slither around the top of it. White moved his feet. Offensive foul call. Good stuff by Nimari Burnett trying to fight through that screen.
Dusty May calls a timeout here before his guys get the ball back. Just under 18 seconds to go here in the first half. The Illini lead it 31-28 in what has been, in both parts, a back-and-forth affair in this one, but we've also seen the Illini take a sizable advantage at certain points in this game, but the Wolverines have done a great job to stay in this one, and they have a shot coming right out of this break to tie it right back up. So
yeah, Michigan's defense has settled down a little bit here. I really have liked a lot of what we've seen from the 2-3 zone, giving up a couple looks into the middle to Avicic, and gives Boswell got home once, but for the most part, they've done a nice job cutting off dribble drives and forcing kickouts. That's what you want to do if you're a 2-3 zone. Nothing near the basket, force them to hit jump shots, and Illinois has struggled to do so all day long. It's still 4:40 in the afternoon.
So it'll be Nimari Burnett to inbound for the Wolverines. This may well end up being their last possession of the half. And so he'll get it to Donaldson, who's been the guy to bring it back up for the Wolverines so far in this one. He's guarded by Yakuchonis one-on-one. Now he gets it to Wolf. Wolf trying to take it to the right wing. Now tries to drive inside, finds Burnett in the right corner. Now he gets it right back to Wolf, who tries to drive inside. A reverse layup is good. As the horn sounds, Danny Wolf gets almost what's a buzzer beater layup to cut the lead down to 1 going into the locker room. So the Wolverines will go into the second half with the momentum, looking to take the lead back. And as I mentioned, they have done a great job keeping this one a tight affair with how far we've seen them fall behind in this one.
Yeah, they have, and well-executed final set there. Wolf tossed it to Nimari Burnett in the corner. He came out to the wing and got a screen from Wolf. Illinois somewhat hedged it, but there was no one down in the corner to tag Wolf. You don't really see a lot of pick and rolls that deep on the right wing. No big came over to cut off Wolf. We drove the baseline, got an easy 2. And look, 1-point game at the half. If you're Michigan, obviously, you'd love to be leading this game, but considering the slow start and how well Illinois has rebounded the basketball, particularly, I mean, they have 10 offensive rebounds. It's been a good effort by Michigan and a couple of nice possessions on defense over the last 5 minutes or so to cut this to 1 point. And, obviously anybody's game in the second half.
Yes, for all the talk about how the Illini have been out-rebounding the Wolverines, they go into the half only with 2 less. The Wolverines only go down with 2 less rebounds than the Illini, so they have done a good job to catch up with them in that regard. But, yeah, just in a little bit of a bigger picture here, going back to Dusty May, the turnaround he's done, 6 winning seasons as the coach of Florida Atlantic. He now has the record for most Big Ten wins by a first-year Michigan head coach. And with all the hype around his arrival, he took the Florida Atlantic Owls to the Final Four just 2 years ago. So he certainly is still at the top of his game in his coaching abilities, and we will see where he takes this Wolverines team.
I believe in this Michigan team come March. We're in March. It's March, but I really do believe in this team. We'll see how they do in the Big Ten tournament. I think that'll tell you a little bit, but they've played so many close games. We know that. And, you can talk about luck or whatever you want to call it, but at some point there is something. This team does not get nervous in the late game spots. They play well in the big moments, and I really believe that they can beat anybody in the country on any given night. They certainly can lose to a lot of teams, and you're playing a team like Illinois pretty close that you probably should win at home, and you hope that you do. But I really believe that this top 7-8 guys is a really good rotation. A lot of pieces that fit well together. Dusty May can mix and match those 7 in ways that he needs to against any lineup he sees. I really believe that Michigan, on their best day, can beat anybody, and I can see them getting hot. They have so many different guys that can score and create that, come March, if they can get stops on defense, this is a team that can win games on offense.
Yeah, although this season has certainly seen its highs and lows, the Wolverines have come up with a couple huge wins over some top-ranked teams, most notably over the Purdue Boilermakers, which we saw just a couple of weeks ago in what was a very tight, exciting affair. As we mentioned, we've seen a ton of close games from this Wolverines team all year long. Some against teams that you wouldn't really like it to be that close, but end of the day, they keep getting it done. They know how to close out games, even if it is just by a hair. But this Wolverines team, they clearly do know how to win, and that is going to translate very well when the NCAA tournament starts. But first, they got to worry about the Big Ten tournament coming up very soon.
Yeah, you got to know how to play close games. At some point, you're going to get in one. And it's good to lose a couple. You got to learn how to lose. You got to learn how to play from behind and come back in a game. Because come March, you're not always going to be the best team on the floor. You're going to have to play and win games on days that aren't your best day and aren't your best player's best days. Like, look, today, Danny Wolf has 4. I mean, it hasn't been his best day. He's struggled a little bit over these last couple of weeks. But look, your last 6 games, you've won 5 of them, all by 3 points or less, and then you have the loss to Michigan State mixed in there. They've had their practice. They've gotten their licks in against good teams in close games. They know how to close them out, and I think Dusty May has done a really nice job putting the chess pieces together late. I mean, sure, Rutgers last time out might have been a little luck mixed in. You weren't looking for an Nimari Burnett 30-footer at the end there, but guys make plays, and this Michigan team has guys right now that I can really buy into come the Big Ten tournament, come March Madness, and beyond.
Doesn't matter what the score is as long as you come out with that W, and the Wolverines have certainly seen their fair share of that so far this season. We are going to take a break. In the second half, TJ Fossmeyer will be taking over on play-by-play. It's been a pleasure providing the play-by-play for you in this first half. So long, everybody. This is Zack Schteingart.
Hello and welcome back to the Crisler Center. You've tuned in to WCBN Sports' coverage of Michigan basketball as they are taking on the Illinois Fighting Illini. Again, through one half, your score 31-30, 1-point game. And as the season has gone along, Michigan has just been magnetic to these close games. They're no stranger to this. So Alex, what's one thing that Michigan can improve on that would allow them to pull away a little bit?
I mean, the obvious thing is boxing out on the defensive end. Illinois has 10 offensive rebounds through the first half. They're great on the glass all the time, and a big part of it is the guards are constantly crashing down. Yakuchonis, Boswell, the forwards White. I mean, these guys all are crashing down for offensive rebounds, and eventually those second chances start to pile up. Michigan's somewhat lucky that Illinois hasn't converted. They've done a nice job recovering once those guys have gotten offensive rebounds. But for the most part, you got to be better at boxing out on that side.
Agree. I mean, they came as advertised. They're one of the best teams in the country in the rebounding column, second in all of college basketball in rebounds per game, and they certainly came as advertised. And as you said, in the offensive column as well. And so again, we'll go into the second half here. Sharon Moore in the house. We'll get underway. Starters on for both the Illini and the Wolverines. And just to note, it's been 6 years, 1 month, and 20 days since Michigan has beaten Illinois, and Michigan has a great chance to do that here as March begins. And what better way to do it than staying here, tuned into WCBN Sports.
Yes, sir. And 8 straight for Illinois. Michigan, you better break that streak. This is your time where you're the better team on paper. Come in, win this game down 1 at halftime.
Donaldson will hit Wolf, find Burnett at the top of the key, guarded by White, finds Gale, hits it down to Golden to work on the right block, guarded by Visic. Looks to work on hand with the left-handed hook, and it's good. Michigan now takes the lead, 1-point game, 32-31.
Illinois will not double Vlad Golden in the post. He can go one-on-one every time.
Yakuchonis hits Will Riley, and that'll be a backcourt over and back. Michigan will take possession. An errant pass from Yakuchonis to Will Riley. Donaldson gets a hand on that one, and Michigan will retain possession with the lead.
We've seen Michigan string together some stops. We saw that they were much better on the defensive end in the second half of the first half, and a good start here during the second half.
So Gale will inbound it to Donaldson on the Illinois side of the court. He will cross the block M, guarded by Yakuchonis. We'll find Wolf. The pass to Burnett, stripped away by Trey Wright, who goes back and stripped by Wolf. And they will retain possession for the Illini.
Good read by Trey White to jump that pass. And credit Danny Wolf was back there. Didn't have an easy play to knock that away without a foul. Was able to get a hand in there low as White tried to Euro step around him.
Yakuchonis inbounding it, finds Boswell in the right corner, picked up by Wolf. He will take it to the left wing. Picked up by Golden. Michigan running his zone. Yakuchonis with the left wing three. Off back iron. Offensive rebound, Will Riley. And that'll be a floor foul on Nimari Burnett. His second.
That's one of the offensive rebounds you can't do a ton on, like just long shot, went off the heel, came out to the elbow. Will Riley, first man there, but Illinois has been better at that all night long.
Yakuchonis finds Boswell again in the left corner, looking to work on Gale Jr. down the baseline. Loses the ball, finds a Visic in the left wing, guarded by Golden. Finds a cutting Will Riley, meets Wolf at the basket, and it's good with the floater. Illini take the lead, 33-32, 18:48 left here in the second half. Donaldson screen right by Golden. He will drive to his right, to the basket, finds Danny Wolf in the left baseline, finds Gale in the right wing from behind the arc. No good off the back iron, rebound Boswell. The Illini will go the other way. Boswell will cross, stripped by Wolf, finds a Visic at the top of the key. Looking to find someone, can't find anybody. Finds Will Riley on the left wing. Looks back down. Wolf finds a cutting of Visic, and he'll put it in.
Patient read there for Will Riley. Took its time, let the pick and roll develop, and eventually able to get a nice pass over the top to a Visic.
Wolf on the right elbow, guarded by Boswell. Finds Golden to work on a Visic on the right block. Pounding in the post with his left hand. Looks to work at a Visic with the right-handed layup, and it falls! And he'll go to the line for a three-point play. Strong stuff from Vlad Golden in the post.
Illinois will not double him right now. They are letting him go to work, and if you let a big like Vlad Golden put the ball on the deck 3-4 times, he's going to get low to the block, able to put a shoulder into a V-stitch, throw a hook shot up. He's got really good touch with both hands down there. I'm really curious to see if Brad Underwood will consider doubling him, or at least flashing some second body at him at any point. For now, Golden goes to work and has a chance to tie this game up for Michigan.
Golden 0 for 2 today. First shot up. No good. Rebound White. 0 for 3 on the day from the line. Nonetheless has 12 points. Yakuchonis will bring it up for the Illini with a 1-point lead. Under 18 to go here in the second half. Finds Boswell in the left wing. Finds a Visic in the left wing who shoots the three. No good. Another offensive rebound from Boswell right in the post. Finds Trey White who shoots from behind the arc in the right wing, and it falls. The Illini will extend their lead. 4-point ball game. Donaldson will bring it up. Looks to work on Yakuchonis at the top of the key. Will Cheddar, who checked into the game. Long three from the top of the key, and it's good. Critical bench piece, and Will Cheddar checks into the game and makes an immediate impact. Yakuchonis works on Will Cheddar under the basket for the reverse layup. No good. Rebound Golden. Wolverines will go the other way. Golden will take it himself. Coast to coast for Will Golden,
man.
and it's good. The big man travels 94 feet and gives Michigan the lead.
You could tell he didn't want to bring it up. He was looking for a guard. Nobody came. Avicic never stepped up to stop the ball, and long strides galloped for the cup for Golden.
And that got the Crisler Center on its feet. And there will be a floor foul on Nimari Burnett on Will Riley on the right elbow. Burnett will see the bench. Kaysen will check in. Man, that's the first time I've seen Golden fly coast to coast. That was awesome.
I mean, he's like the one guy, maybe him and Cheddar, that don't have the privilege of bringing the ball up the floor for Michigan off a rip, and Golden had no one to give it to, and smart decision when nobody came up to stop him to go down to the hill.
Yakuchonis finds Riley in the right corner, looks to find a Visic who works on Golden, hits it, Riley again, and that will hit. Aggressive contact from Golden, couldn't stop that one. Riley will go to the line to make it a 3-point play.
I tell you, that kid can just play, and we've seen a couple times in the second half. We saw it in the first half where Riley would catch on a cut at sort of an odd angle, and he would hang in the air, contort his body, adjust away to finish it, and that's just not easy. And, I mean, it's just incredible body control for the freshman to earn the and one.
Riley will go to the line and make it a 3-point play, 71% on the season. First cuts at the line, and he'll hit it. 2-point lead for the Illini. 41-39. Kaysen at the top of the key, hits Donaldson again. Kaysen yet again. Gale at the right corner, finds Golden. And that is stripped by Humrickhouse, and that'll be a foul on Humrickhouse, who checked into the game, his first.
Ben Humrickhouse has done a really nice job fighting down with Michigan bigs. He's been undersized down there. He's done a really nice job keeping guys in front of them, but that time Golden drew the foul.
Donaldson with the inbound finds Cheddar at the right wing, finds Kaysen, guarded by Yakuchonis. Finds Donaldson at the top of the key, right at the block M, drives to his right. Looks to work on Yakuchonis, who falls. Donaldson will take the free basket, no good. He'll get his own, or Gale will actually get the rebound. We'll put it back up. Tie ball game, 41-all. 16 minutes ago here in the second half. Trey Wright will bring it up. Shuffles it to Yakuchonis. Finds Boswell in the left wing, directs traffic. Will drive baseline with his left hand. Michigan still working with his own defense. Step back three from Boswell, no good. Rebound Humrickhouse. Michigan will get, or excuse me, Illinois will get another cut with Trey White. Boswell at the top of the key, drives on Golden. Finds Humrickhouse wide open in the left corner, no good. Rebound Boswell, who puts it straight back up. 2-point ball game, Illini lead. Another offensive rebound for the Illini, and they're up.
Kylan Boswell has 4 offensive rebounds. Just can't keep him off the glass right now.
Gale cutting baseline with his left hand, looks to work on Riley, puts it up with his right hand, no good. Rebound Yakuchonis, the Illini will go the other way. Boswell will hustle it. Working on Will Cheddar, and that'll be a foul on Cheddar. His second. And that'll be the media timeout. Your score, 43-41, 15:04 left here in the second half.
I just think Kylan Boswell's effort level and motor has just been so impressive in this one. He's constantly been on the glass, constantly made things happen in transition. He's a big part of why Illinois leads by 2. I really don't know where they'd be without him. He's got 15, 4 offensive rebounds, 7 rebounds in total. It's just been really impressive. And, you know, Humrickhouse got on the offense, but they have 14 offensive rebounds, Illinois does. And
yeah,
it's really incredible. They only lead by 2 with that number. Because, you know, one of the things you hear a lot is there's no better offense than offense off of an offensive rebound because everybody's out of position. You can find an open shooter. You have a chance to put it back up with ease yourself. Michigan's done a nice job limiting that, but Kylan Boswell, Humrickhouse, White, Yakuchonis, these are not guys who should be getting the number of rebounds that they are. Brad Underwood wants his guys crashing. They have continued to do so with a lot of success, and Michigan's lucky that with those numbers, they're only down 2.
And Boswell, you know, from Champaign, comes on home to Illinois after 2 years at Arizona, had a phenomenal career there. You know, had 15.7 assists the last time out against Iowa. He's already matched his, you know, last game out, and he has been phenomenal. I remember when he transferred to Illinois, I really liked Arizona last season. I knew that was going to be a huge pickup for the Illini, and that has shown so far. Like you said, 15.6 for 11 from the field with 4 offensive rebounds, 7 total on the game. And again, it's Boswell and Yakuchonis, you know, people who shouldn't be, you know, in the glass or even competing for rebounds, you know, getting these second chance opportunities for the Illini, and that's what Brad Underwood does so well, allowing the guards to crash the glass, and that is why they're one of the best rebounding teams in the country, and it's shown here with a 2-point lead. And
Boswell has 2 blocks and a steal to go alongside it. He's just been really all over. He's done a nice job. He's been matched up with bigs a few times here and there. He's just done a really phenomenal job on both ends of the floor, and his effort on the offensive glass has been second to none. And look, rebounding, you know, it's an effort thing. Like,
yeah,
I never am someone who questions effort, and I don't think that's the issue here. But these Illinois guys are thinking every time when a shot goes up, they know they are going to the glass. And, you know, as a defensive player, sometimes you're not thinking about that. You're thinking, okay, where's the ball? What am I doing in defensively? Am I sitting in the zone? Where am I? And you kind of forget that when a shot goes up, you've got to find somebody, put a body on an Illinois player. And what Kylan Boswell has done and all these Illinois guys have done has just been really impressive because, you know, Roddy Gale Jr. had a phenomenal offensive board a few possessions ago, and credit to him in that, you know, he hasn't shot the ball well lately. He hasn't played all that well on offense, but he's kept his motor going, playing hard on both ends, able to contribute even if his offensive game hasn't been at its best.
Yeah, and I agree, you know, and there's such a duality between Michigan and Illinois where Illinois just wants to crash the boards, you know, put a body on someone, when Michigan, you know, in those opportunities, they just want to send the 3 guards out in transition just to get a quick bucket. You know, it's such an opposite, you know, playing styles from both the Illini and the Wolverines, and we'll see which philosophy comes out on top. So far it's the Illini, but we'll see. 15:04 left here to go. Michigan down 2, 43-41, Illini lead.
And just a quick glimpse at personnel that's on there for right now. Humrickhouse is practically the 5-man on Vlad Golden. Trey White, the only other forward in there, and Will Riley too, but Michigan has Cheddar and Golden.
Riley at the top of the key, guarded by Reuben Jones, who checked into the game. Picked up by Golden on the screen. Yakuchonis works on Kaysen, will drive to his left, kicks out to Riley at the right wing, drives on Kaysen, finds a wide open Yakuchonis at the top of the key. No good, rebound Golden. Donaldson slows it down for the Wolverines, guarded by Boswell. Cheddar screens left, finds Cheddar in the right wing, will shoot from behind the arc, no good, off the back iron, little too strong. Boswell again with the rebound, his 8th. He'll bring it up for the Illini, finds Trey White in the left wing. Humrickhouse in the corner, swings it back out to Boswell. Riley looking to work on Golden on the right wing, drives on Jones, spin move with a right-handed floater, and it's good.
It's just not an easy shot. He's turning around, fading, a bit of a push shot, about 8 feet out, just not easy. Will Riley's body control just so good off those spots.
Donaldson in the left wing. The Illini running man. Reuben Jones in the left wing, guarded by Riley. Tries to lob it to Golden, stripped by Humrickhouse. Illini will go the other way. Boswell finds a wide open Humrickhouse, and he'll hit it from behind the arc.
Ben Humrickhouse has played some incredible minutes for Illinois. I mean, that's just a phenomenal job fronting the post, picking off a bad entry pass by Reuben Jones, and then he has the speed mismatch on Golden on offense, base of the floor, knocks down a triple.
Kaysen will work on Yakuchonis, shoots the 15-footer, no good. Trey White with the rebound. The Illini with a 7-point lead. He will bring it up for the Illini. Humrickhouse works on Golden on the left wing. Finds Trey Wright, who looks to drive to the basket. Finds a wide open Yaku Chonis in the right wing. He will drive to the basket on Will Cheddar, and that'll be a foul. Cheddar's third.
Good pump there for Yaku Chonis. Got Kaysen to fly by, created the open lane to drive down there and get the foul call.
Yaku Chonis will go to the line for the Illini. First cuts at the line. Team leading 85% from the line. He'll dribble with his right, bends the knees. First shot up. Toilet bowls out. First shot no good. Burnett and Wolf will check in for Kaysen and Donaldson.
But again, Wolf and Golden now are on the floor. Will Cheddar is in at the 3. And right now, barring a substitution, I mean, Humrickhouse is the 5-man, Trey White the 4-man, Will Riley the 3-man. These aren't small perimeter players, but Michigan has 2 7-footers out there.
Yaku Chonis' second shot is good. Dre Gibbs Lawhorn will check in for Yaku Chonis.
But this is a philosophy mismatch right here. I mean, it's 3 bigs for Michigan against practically none for Illinois.
Reuben Jones will bring it up. Wolf on the right wing. Guarded by Boswell. He will drive a wide open bucket. Golden with the offensive rebound off the missed layup from Wolf, and that is good. 6-point game, Illini lead. The Illini, quick offense here. Boswell will bring it up. Directing traffic, finds Will Riley. Finds a wide open Gibbs Lawhorn in the right corner. Shot up, no good. Rebound, White again. Kicks out to Humrickhouse. Riley at the top of the key, guarded by Wolf. Spins on Wolf. No good. Brings it back out to Gibbs Lawhorn, who will drive to his left. Finds a Humrickhouse in the left wing. And it's good. Off bit of rim rattling there. Another 3 for the Illini. Jones will bring it up at the top of the key, guarded by Riley. He will drive to his right. Stops by the right block. Still guarded by Riley. Finds Golden with the left-handed floater, and it's good. Golden with 18. Boswell at the top of the key. Finds Humrickhouse. Michigan running zone. Humrickhouse drives on Golden. Finds Gibbs Lawhorn in the corner again. Too strong on that one. Offensive rebound, Trey Wright for the reverse layup, and it's good. Another second chance point for the Illini. 54-45, under 12 to go here in the second half. Reuben Jones with the left-handed floater. Off back iron, no good. Rebound, Humrickhouse. The Illini will go the other way. 9-point lead. Humrickhouse again from behind the arc. No good off front iron. Will Cheddar with the rebound, and Reuben Jones will slow it down a bit for the Wolverines with a 9-point deficit. Finds Will Cheddar at the top of the key, screen right. Finds Golden, who had the mismatch on Humrickhouse, and it's good. 20 points for Black Golden on senior day. 54-47, 11-17 to go in the second half.
Better entry pass there. Golden again at Humrickhouse fronting him. Good entry pass way over the top, only for Golden. This is just a fascinating matchup of philosophies right now. Michigan in a zone, daring Illinois to shoot the 3. Illinois tiny, daring Michigan to go inside.
White with the wide open 3 in the corner, and it's good. Another 3 for the Illini. 6 for 25, or 7 for 26 make that. The Illini are up 10. Reuben Jones finds Burnett in the right wing. Drives on Gibbs Lawhorn with the right-handed floater, and that'll be a foul. That'll be a media timeout. Illinois up 10, 57-47, 10:45 left to go in the second half. And boy, you know, the Illini, not a phenomenal shooting team by any stretch this season. 30% from behind the arc, and they, so far they've been lights out to start off this second half.
I mean, those were some really just interesting minutes to me. There's so much to pick up on. But Michigan went to that 3 big lineup that they've tried out a handful of times over the last 2 or 3 games or so against an Illinois lineup. I mean, these aren't small forwards. Humrickhouse stands 6'9". Riley stands 6'8". Trey White stands 6'7". They're not small forwards by any means, size-wise.
Right.
But Michigan is trotting out a pair of 7-footers. Will Cheddar is 6'8", 230. More traditional big men. And Illinois is saying, yeah, come into the post, beat us down there. And Golden has a couple of times. He's also missed a few. And on the other end, Michigan is sitting in a 2-3 zone saying, yeah, Illinois, shoot the 3-pointer. And they actually haven't shot it that well. They've made a couple.
Yeah.
The big killer remains the offensive rebound. Trey White with a couple fabulous minutes there on a pair of offensive rebounds, one for a putback. He also hit a 3 in the corner. I mean, Gibbs Lawhorn had 2 great looks in the corner for 3, missed them both by a wide margin. Illinois is getting good looks against this zone. They just have to hit their 3-pointers. But with the way they rebound the basketball on the offensive end, they miss a 3 against Michigan's 2-3 zone. Nobody blocks out. They get another chance. I like what Brad Underwood is doing.
Yeah.
And, you know, for Dusty May, this is not a bad lineup offensively right now. Golden is dominating down there. They will not double. Humrick House is on an island down there. But you've got to find a way with your 3 biggest guys and some big perimeter players like Nimari Burnett in there to find a way to get some stops and get a couple boards on the glass.
Yeah, you know, if you're Brad Underwood, you can live with Golden dominating the post with Humrickhouse as, you know, pretty much Golden's matchup. You can live with any of that when you get second, if not third chance opportunities with how well the Illini just crashed the glass. And this is a really interesting lineup for Michigan. As you said, you have Reuben Jones taking it up for Michigan so far in this second half. And you know, boy, I mean, you're right. I mean, this is interesting, and Brad Underwood and this Illini coaching staff has Michigan in an interesting spot with under 11 to go in the second half.
And look, shout out to what Ben Humrickhouse has done today. I guess we're in the evening, 5:17.
Yeah, we're in the evening.
I mean, all year it's just been impressive. He hasn't shot the ball well. That's what he was billed as. He played 3 years at NAIA ball, and then a year at Evansville in the Missouri Valley Conference, and now you're playing Big Ten basketball against a massive Big Ten team in Michigan, and he is battling right now with Vlad Golden. I mean, he's doing work. He fronted the post a couple times. One time got a turnover. Other time Golden sealed him better for a better entry. But Humrickhouse is doing work down there, and you know, you get a couple stops on defense, start to feel good about yourself. He's knocked down a pair of 3-pointers. Just some really good minutes off the bench for Ben Humrickhouse.
Especially with Humrickhouse, normally just 3-point shooter, averages just under 2 3-pointers a game, and he has done that and more so far for the Illini. Burnett at the line. That's 77% on the season. Gets into his wide stance, first shot up. Off front iron, no good. In Michigan,
awful.
2 for 6 from the line in this game.
I mean, Golden's 0 for 3, a 70-something% shooter. You usually see him make most of them, and same with Burnett. This is unusual.
Burnett gets again into his wide stance, second shot up. Rattles in, and it's good. 9-point deficit for the Wolverines. The Illini will take it the other way. Gale picks up Yakuchonis at half court. Good defense from Gale Jr. Finds Riley, guarded by Cheddar. Michigan running man switches by Donaldson. Riley works on Donaldson for the bucket. Donaldson brings it up for the Wolverines.
Kid's special.
Donaldson goes to his right. At the right corner, works on Yakuchonis for the reverse left-handed layup. Way too strong, no good. Wolf can't get a hand on that one. And that'll be Michigan basketball. The Illini fans that made the trip not too happy about that one. Michigan will retain possession.
Jake Davis wasn't happy about it. He thought it went off of Wolf's knee, bouncing around underneath there, but stays with Michigan on the sideline.
Donaldson will inbound it to Wolf at the right wing, guarded by Boswell. Hands it off to Donaldson in the right wing. Drives to his left on Yakuchonis with a silky layup. And it's good. 59-50, 9-point deficit for the Wolverines. Yakuchonis swings it out to Humrickhouse, picked up by Wolf. Finds Jake Davis at the top of the key from behind the arc. Rattles in, and it's good. The Illini extending the lead, 12-point lead. Under 10 to go here in the second half. Donaldson on top of the key, works to the left wing, looks to drive on Yakuchonis, finds Wolf, and that'll be a foul on Yakuchonis. Good find from Donaldson to find Wolf, who was cutting to the basket. Wolf will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, good pick and roll there for Donaldson and Wolf. Good use of the two-man game, and Donaldson made the right read. Wolf really needed to keep that ball in front of him. He had Yakuchonis come over on his hip as the small in that pick and roll coverage, able to deflect it from behind. Nearly got a clean block, but got a piece of the arm.
Wolf, 60% free throw shooter. That one rattles in. First one good.
Michigan now 4 for 8 at the stripe. It's just not good enough. And Wolf on the year is a guy who really has struggled a bit at the line for a guy who, you know, seems to have as good a touch as he does.
Wolf's second shot is up, and it's good. Nothing but net. 10-point deficit for the Wolverines. 62-52, 9.5 minutes to go in the second half. Yakuchonis directing traffic, guarded by Burnett. Michigan running man defense. Rickhouse guarded tightly by Wolf. Riley at the block M at the top of the key. Looks to work on Donaldson, now works on Cheddar. Pull up at the top of the key, 3, no good, off back iron. Offensive rebound by Rickhouse yet again. Riley now cuts to the basket, finds a lane, cuts to Yakuchonis for the layup, and it's good. Great ball movement from the Illini, 12-point deficit or lead for the Illini. Donaldson cuts straight to the basket, no good. Yakuchonis brings it up the other way for the Illini.
5-on-4 here. Donaldson still in the backcourt.
Yakuchonis with a pull-up 3 at the top of the key, and it's good. The Illini, 5 of their last 6 from the field, and particularly from behind the arc. And boy, the Illini with a 15-point lead, 67-52 now. 8:42 left here in the second half.
It's been consistently now. This has been a smaller Illinois lineup. I can't remember the last time Tomislav Ivicic was on the floor for Illinois. They've had 5 guys that can space the floor and shoot the basketball, and that's what they've done. And another offensive rebound.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's another one. Look, Will Riley missed it off the back of the iron, went straight up toward, around the free throw line. But Ben Humrickhouse made the effort play, skied for it, and got them a second chance, ended up in a 3. And 17 offensive rebounds for Illinois.
Yeah.
Who's now winning the rebound battle overall 37-25, because now they're making them pay. Michigan before would give up an offensive rebound, get a defensive rebound back, make that number seem a little bit better. Not anymore. Illinois is making them pay off the offensive rebound. That's been their number, their game all year long, and it's come from a variety of sources. But really, Ben Humrickhouse has played some impressive minutes all over the floor tonight.
Yeah, it might not jump out you, and particularly in the stat sheet, 6 points off 2 threes and 5 rebounds. But what he's been able to do for this Illini lineup to extend this lead now to 15 has just been incredible. And if you just look at the offensive rebound margin, Illini, as you said, have 17, and Michigan with only 7. That's huge for this lead.
Yeah, it is. And in the half court, too, that Illinois has been better at executing in this half. Will Riley's made a couple of really tough drives to the cup. He's just so silky smooth down there. And had a really nice dump off to a baseline cutter, Kasparas Yakuchonis, a bit ago. It's just been really impressive. Will Riley, I don't know if he's a pro right now with his size, needs to put on a little bit of weight, but if he gains a little bit of muscle on the defensive side of the ball and he can still move the way that he can, he's just silky smooth for a guy that's 6'7" with his handle and footwork.
Will Riley now with 13 points. Boswell leading the team with 15. Yakuchonis with 9. Those are your leading scorers for the Illini. For Michigan, it's spreading the wealth. Donaldson with 9, and besides Golden with 20, Cheddar with 7, Wolf with 6, and Burnett with 6 as well. Spreading the wealth for Michigan besides Golden, who's had a phenomenal senior day performance with his parents coming back. First time they've reunited in over 5 years due to the COVID pandemic.
And look, if you're Michigan here, you're down 15 with 8:42 to go. You've got to put your heel into your home floor and find something here on defense. You have got to find a way to get a stop, get a couple of rebounds, and you got to be better on offense too. Michigan's at 47% from the field. That's not too shabby. 3 for 10 from downtown. But when you're trading 2s for 3s or 2s for easy layups off offensive rebounds, you're not going to win this game. And more than anything, you've got to dig in right now and get a stop. And there's enough time, 8:42, but you're running out of it quickly. Time's on the side of the Illini now.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And Michigan was down 14 at one point to Rutgers on Thursday and came back and won it off a miracle from Nimari Burnett. So you never know what happens. Maybe there's some Michigan magic still to go. We are in March, so you never know. Donaldson will bring it up for the Wolverines, guarded by Yakuchonis. Finds Wolf in the left wing, guarded by Boswell again. Finds Burnett at the top of the key. Swings it out to Gale. Finds Wolf at the right elbow. Will drive it on its own, and it's good.
Good Gortat screen there from Vlad Golden down low on Humrickhouse to keep any help away from Danny Wolf.
Yakuchonis leads the charge for the Illini. Finds Riley. Finds Jake Davis wide open in the right wing and knocks that one in from behind the glass. Man.
Second banked in 3 today for Illinois.
Burnett with a right corner three, off back iron, no good. Rebound, Yakuchonis. The Illini will go the other way. 70-54, under 8 to go here in the second half. Jake Davis at the top of the key, picked up by Wolf, finds Yakuchonis at the top of the key. Looks to work on Wolf. Humrickhouse thought about a left wing three, thought better of it. Finds Yakuchonis, gets Wolf to bite, finds Boswell down in the post. He will work it back out behind the arc. Works on Gale, and that'll be a foul on Gale. His first. And that'll be the under 8 media timeout. Your score 70-54, 7:35 left here in the second half. And again, off the glass three-pointer for the Illini, really putting this one away for the Illini.
I mean, that wasn't a bad minute of play there for Michigan.
No.
You know, Jake Davis banking in a three that came off his hand ugly. There's nothing you can do about that. It's just, sometimes it's not your night. And,
no.
You know, and Davis is not trying to bank that three-pointer in from the wing. But look, if you're Michigan, you still have enough time. You're down 16, 7:35. Odds are against you. Well, look, Michigan women's just beat Illinois in Urbana-Champaign earlier today. Went on a 15-0 run late in the fourth quarter to come back from down and to close that game out with a win. You're the men's team now. You're down 16. Odds are against you. There's enough time, but it's got to happen on the defensive side of the ball. You've got to find a way to get stops, and most importantly in this game, when you get a stop, got to find a way to find that basketball for a rebound.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to crash the glass at some point. I mean, I know their whole philosophy for Michigan is, you know, run the court, see what you can get in transition, you know, with some quick passes, but you just got to crash the glass. You got to meet the Illini's physicality down low and just to give yourself a chance. Down 16, you have under 8 and time's ticking, time's on the Illini side, but again, you never know. It's March 2nd, magical March, you never know. But how about Jake Davis with 9 minutes of play, the transfer from Mercer, 8 points, 2 for 2 from 3. I mean, just incredible stuff from Jake Davis.
Yeah, it's been impressive, really, what Illinois has done this year. Didn't have a ton of returners to this rotation, pretty much just Gibbs Lawhorn. And, you know, you bring in the freshmen in Riley and Yakuchonis, and Avicic is he's a sophomore listing, but effectively a freshman, first year in college basketball. But, and, you know, you pick up guys in the portal that you expect to produce, a guy like a Boswell, but guys like Ben Humrickhouse and Jake Davis who are coming up a level. You know, they're going from mid-major basketball to high-major ball, and that is a jump, especially in physicality. And today, neither of those guys have let that bother them. Humrickhouse in particular has just been so good. And these are guys that can shoot the three. They're big. They can space the floor, do a little bit in a lot of places. And it's been impressive what Brad Underwood has gotten out of his squad. And look, they're missing Morez Johnson. And yet the answer hasn't been more Tomislav Avicic.
No.
It's been more of the smaller forwards. No too big action. It's 5 smalls on the floor for Brad Underwood, and they're shooting the ball well. They're playing their butts off on defense and on the glass. It's just been really impressive from all these wings. Trey White, Humrickhouse, Davis, Riley, list goes on.
Yeah, I mean, Underwood, anytime Golan came on the floor, he threw in Avicic just to match, you know, the size down low. And once Brad Underwood got away from that philosophy, Illinois started running away from this one. Again, 70-54, your score. Both teams take the court. Illini possession. Yakuchonis will take the inbound. Finds Avicic, who looks to work on Golden on the left block. Dribbles with his right. Spin moves with the left hand finish. No good. Rebound Golden. That'll be a floor foul going Michigan's way. Golden wincing in pain and walking a little gingerly on that right ankle.
That was really strong from Vlad Golden. Avicic finally back in there for Brad Underwood. Went one-on-one with Golden. Golden stood tall, played it straight up, able to box him out for the rebound and hold on to it when Boswell came in trying to knock it loose.
Kaysen checks in for the Wolverines. Wolf will work down low, and that'll be a defensive foul. Kaysen hit the deck.
Yeah, he set up a screen for Nimari Burnett, who came flying around it, and Kaysen got bowled over, but he was set.
Donaldson will inbound right under the basket for Michigan. He's got 5 seconds. Lobs up to Golden on the left elbow. Guarded by Avicic. Hands it off to Donaldson, who looks to drive. Thought better of it. Drives to his left. Thought the pull-up jumper. Finds Wolf at the top of the key, who will drive to his left. Silky finish, no good. Offensive rebound by Golden, stripped away by Riley. The Illini have numbers. Yakuchonis looking for a lob. White gets the own rebound off the tip from Kaysen. The Illini capitalize. 72-54, Illini lead. Golden, top of the key three. Why not? Off the right rim, no good. Michigan will retain possession. Defensive foul on Boswell.
I don't know what that last play was. Yakuchonis threw that lob to nobody. I mean, there was no.
Kaysen had a hand on it.
I don't know if he thought LJ Kaysen on the team. He immediately tapped his chest. My bad. There was no Illinois player on that, and yet Kaysen goes up one hand trying to stay in bounds, tips it, and of course it finds Illinois.
Yeah. Wolf will go to the line. 2 for 2 from the lines in this game. Bends the knees, first shot up, and it's good. 72-55, under 7 to go here in the second half.
But I really think Yakuchonis thought he had someone running it with him to fill the floor, threw that lob to nobody on his team, and it just ended up with Illinois for an easy bucket anyways. That's the kind of stuff that's gone Illinois' way, and Michigan's got their work cut out for them, down 17.
Wolf dribbles with his right, takes a deep breath, bends the knees, second shot up, rattles out, no good. Rebound of Visic. Yakuchonis brings it up. Michigan with a half-court press. Foul on Burnett. Michigan fans not happy about that one. That's Burnett's fourth. So he is in foul trouble here. Illinois now in the bonus. Up 17.
Live, I didn't see a ton there. Michigan tried a high trap just past half court, and Burnett got called for the bump there, and Yakuchonis, good free throw shooter, at 85%, gets the 1 and 1.
1 for 2 on the day. First shot up. Off back iron, no good. It falls in the hands of Trey White again. Boswell goes to the top of the key to reset it for the Illini. Yet another offensive rebound for the Illini. Boswell looks to drive, finds a Visic who will kick it out to Riley at the right wing, looks to work on Kaysen, finds Yakuchonis, right wing three, and it's good. Nothing but net off the moving three. 75-55, Michigan down 20. Wolf in the right wing finds Golden, who looks to work on a Visic. Left-hand finish, and it's good. Strong finish from Vlad Golden. He will go to the line and make it a three-point play.
Good stuff there from Golden. You don't see him face up a ton, mostly a back-to-the-basket guy, but that time turned in the short corner, faced up, and just ripped through to the baseline. And then able to use his left hand on the right side to sneak it back up and in. He's really got a lot of crafty moves down there on the block, and with his size and strength, he moves his feet very well, earns the N1, but as you said, I mean, that just cuts it to an 18-point game. Michigan has their hands full with just over 6 to play.
Will Cheddar checks in for Wolf. For the Illini, Trey White will check in for Visic. Golden at the line. Shooting one and no good again. Rebound Trey White. Michigan 6 for 12, 50% from the line. That'll be a kickball violation on Donaldson. The Illinois will retain possession. 75-57, your score. Illini lead, under 6 to go here in the second half.
Both these teams have largely played pretty fast in this game today, but if you're Illinois, you can really start to slow things down. Let clock be your friend. 20 on the shot clock here. Yakuchonis can let it fly.
Boswell on the right wing working on Kaysen. Looks to drive. Donaldson gets the tip. Yakuchonis will get it on Michigan's side. Now he's across half court. He will find a cutting Boswell, who finds the baseline cutter, and Trey White, who will miss the dunk, and that'll be a foul on Vlad Golden. Golden not too happy about that one. That's Golden's third on the day.
Really pretty set there for Illinois, and a good pass out of the short roll to Trey White on the baseline. Golden very well might have gotten a lot of basketball there, but White gets a chance to shoot two.
White at the line for two. 2 for 2 on the day. Now 3 for 3. Trey White 80% from the line. Justin Pippen checks in for Trey Donaldson. His first minutes of the game. Trey White dribbles with his right, spins the ball in his left. Second shot up, and it's good. Kaysen will take it up for the Wolverines. Down 20, 77-57. Guarded by Will Riley. Can't find anybody. Pulls up from the left wing. Off back iron, no good. Rebound, Justin Pippen. And that'll be a foul on Boswell on the floor.
It's great stuff from Justin Pippen. You come in your first action with, about 6 minutes remaining in the second half, and go make a play. Go up on the offensive rebound, earn yourself 1-1, and try to knock these down here.
Justin Pippen at the line, 66% free throw shooter on the season. Normally sees his minutes midway through the first half. Did not see that today. Gets his first shots today. First shot up, and it's good.
And by the way, I don't hate that pull-up three that LJ Kaysen took. He had a defender sagging off him. Nothing really happened in the offensive set. Nothing developed. I'm okay with him taking a pull-up three a step or two off the line if he's that open.
Second shot up, and it's good. Pippen 2 for 2 from the line. Michigan now running a full court press. 1-2-2 down the court. Pippen picks up Boswell, who leads the charge for the Illini. The Illini now across midcourt. Riley works on the right wing. Burnett falls. Pippen working on Boswell. He will drive to his right. Wide open lane in the basket. That will fall. Boswell goes to the line for a three-point play. Score now 79-59. Illini up 20. 5 minutes to go here in the second half. Tough finish from Boswell.
Really tough. Had to hang in the air up and under and able to scoop it up, spin it off the glass. This has just been a really complete game from Kylan Boswell. He's got 17 points, 8 rebounds, 4 of them offensive, 3 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. He has just been all over the floor tonight for Illinois.
Boswell now with 17. His first shot up. Off, no good. Rebound Golden. Pippen will take it the other way for the Wolverines. They're going quick. Picked up by Yakuchonis. Finds Kaysen in the left wing. Guarded by Riley. Kaysen will drive. Spin move with his left hand. Finish, and that falls. Great cut from LJ Kaysen. His first points of the game.
It's a really tough finish for Kaysen. You're spinning. You're falling away. You don't have your balance, but able to find eyes on the backboard and put it off the glass.
Burnett gets a hand on that one as they run the full court press again. Illini will retain possession. Trey Donaldson checks in for Burnett. And that'll be a Illinois timeout. 79-61, 4:35 left here in the second half. And as we said in the last media timeout, and time's running out for Michigan to get back into this one, and it looks to be just about out of time.
Yeah, this deficit, 79-61, 4:33 to play. Obviously not on your side. Curious to see the minutes, though, with the lineup that Dusty Mays got out there with Donaldson just coming in for Burnett. It's Donaldson, Pippen, and Kaysen. That's 3 guys who've handled the ball at point guard at times this year. You haven't really seen more than 2 of them on the floor together, at least as far as I can recall. So that'll be interesting. But, yeah, obviously down by this much. Odds are not on your side, down 18.
Yep.
But, get the young guns some run in Kaysen and Pippen. You're going to have to shoot the 3. You're going to have to get some stops. Full court presses look fine here. You're going to have to get some live ball turnovers into easy buckets.
And this is a tenacious, lineup for Michigan. LJ Kaysen, a do-it-all, not on the scorecard kind of a player. I really like LJ Kaysen, and he'll be a staple for Michigan going forward. Will Cheddar, the three-point, just energetic guy off the bench. Yakuchonis will inbound it off the baseline for the Illini. Boswell will take it up, guarded by Pippen. Boswell now across. Close to the 8-second mark. Boswell across just in time. 4:19 to go here in the second half. Boswell still holding it. Will drive to his left. Finds Humrickhouse, who will shoot the 3 at the top of the key, and it rattles in. The Illini 12 for 32 from 3.
Michigan's defense has asked Illinois to take them, and they've made them here in the second half.
Kaysen pushes off Riley, wide open, left wing 3, doesn't fall, no good. Will Cheddar with the quick putback, and it's good. 82-63, under 4 minutes to go here in the second half. The Illini going quickly. Riley works on Will Cheddar, finds White, back to Boswell and Yakuchonis. at the top of the key. The Illini will slow it down, chew some clock with 3.5 minutes to go in the second half.
Illinois doesn't really have to score from here on out. They're up by 19 with 3:30 to play. Just got to burn clock when you have the ball.
Boswell, top of the key, 3, no good. That'll be a floor foul on LJ Kaysen, his 3rd.
Try to box out Yakuchonis there and maybe hooked him a little bit. But yeah, the clock's all but run out on Michigan here, down 19 with 3:23 to play. And this has just been really impressive from Illinois, especially this second half where they've found the three-point jumpers. I mean, Humrickhaus has shot it well. His minutes have just been really impressive to me. But as a team, Illinois is at 36% from 3 on high volume, 12 for 33. They're only at 30% on the season, better than their average, especially here in the second half. And it's been a big-time win for them.
And look, I mean, for Michigan from the field, 46%, 26 for 56. That's a good night for them. But, you know, it's the second chance, if not third chance points for the Illini, and just how efficient they have been behind the arc. That's what's been, that's why the Illini have pulled away. And, I think this is probably the first, huge loss for Michigan. You're in March, and, they're magnetic to these close games. And now this is the first time they're behind by a bunch. And, as long as I can remember, if not the first time this season. And the Illini, 7th in the conference, firmly in the tournament in March, and this does have the makings of a solid tournament team for Illinois.
And if this holds for Illinois, which seems like it will, obviously a quad 1 win here on the road in Ann Arbor.
Yep.
It's a big win in conference for them. I really do think this Illinois team has the pieces. Because I think if you're Brad Underwood, you look at these guys like Humrickhaus and Gibbs Lawhorn and Boswell and even Will Riley, all of them have shot it poorly from three-point land this year. And those are the guys you're expecting to space the floor for Yakuchonis and Riley and your main ball handlers. They haven't really been that available to do that this year. And yet, you've still been pretty good. Have a game like today where you shoot around Big Ten average from three-point land and you're up by 19.
Yeah, I mean, can't agree with you more. Just a interesting game as far as differing philosophies. And I think we'll see some unusual suspects on the floor for Michigan. I believe Fat Brooks is in the huddle. He will see some playing time. The freshman from Grand Rapids, 6'2", 190, but an excellent rebounder, and maybe that's why you put him in. He's a great rebounder despite his undersized frame to match some of the physicality down the stretch. And maybe you can't claw back a 19-point deficit, but maybe you want some moral victories going forward, maybe just to improve some of the rebounding margins. But nonetheless, Michigan will run Kaysen, Brooks, Jones, Shetter, and Pippen.
I mean, I think more than anything, you're down 19, 323. Not that Dusty's totally waving the white flag, but in a way, you got your 3 freshmen off the bench all in together.
Yeah.
This is all right, we're pretty much done here. Let's get Fat Brooks a few minutes, get Pippen and Kaysen some extra floor time. Because all 3 of these guys could play a role next year, though. I really do believe guard playing time is going to be hard to come by for Michigan in a year from now. But these are all guys that could see some time. And even this season, Kaysen's career high in minutes last time out was huge against Rutgers, especially on defense. And you never know when you're going to need a guy like Kaysen or Pippen or even Brooks if somebody gets hurt late in this season.
Yakuchonis at the line. Illinois now in the double bonus. Dribbles with his right hand. Bends the knees. First shot up. Off back iron. No good. Yakuchonis 1 for 4 from the line despite being 85% on the year. Second shot is up, and it's good. 20-point deficit for the Wolverines. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in the second half. Reuben Jones in the right wing, finds Will Cheddar at the top of the key. Finds Brooks, looks to drive on Will Riley. Right-handed layup falls, and it's good. He will go to the line for a 3-point play. Good stuff from the freshman. Makes an immediate impact off the bench.
Yeah, had about a half step on Will Riley and then took sort of a hesitation dribble. Riley bit on it, and he just accelerated past him, able to finish, plus the foul. Decisive move there for a guy who doesn't play a ton in Fat Brooks.
Brooks, 75% from the line. First shot up. Off the bank, and it's good.
I don't know what that was. I can't believe that he would be trying to bank in a free throw, but you don't really expect a guard to miss that by that margin on a free throw either.
Reuben Jones guarding Yakuchonis tight on the right side of the block M here at Crisler. Under 3 minutes to go here in the second half. Yakuchonis on the left side, drives on Will Cheddar. Right-handed finish, and it's good. Good drive from Yakuchonis. 85-66 score. Kaysen takes it up at the top of the key, finds Jones in the left wing, guarded by Boswell, finds Cheddar. Jones looks to drive with his right, finds Will Cheddar in the left wing, who will shoot from behind the arc. No good off back iron. Hustle play. Will Cheddar will corral the offensive rebound. Michigan will do it again. We whistle on the floor. For what, I don't know. Referee's having a little discussion here. Not quite sure what that stoppage was for. Nonetheless, Michigan retains possession. Reuben Jones will inbound for the Wolverines. I wonder if they're talking about, never mind. They will go to Reuben Jones on the baseline. Weird stoppage. Nonetheless, we're back. Kaysen at the top of the key. Hands it off to Pippen on the right wing. Step back three. No good. Rattles out. Offensive rebound from Reuben Jones. Kaysen at the top of the key for three, and it's good.
That offensive rebound came, though, because Fat Brooks came over the top and volleyball tapped it with his right hand to Reuben Jones. Really great high-effort play from Brooks.
Michigan running a full-court press, finds Trey White wide open in the right wing. Will not shoot it. Yakuchonis will chew some clock, guarded closely by Pippen. 85-69 score, under 2 minutes to go here in the second half. Boswell at the top of the key. Michigan running his own defense. Boswell looks to work on Pippen. Finds Trey White wide open in the right corner. Finds Cheddar, or works on Cheddar, excuse me. Finds Riley in the on the top of the key. His three-pointer, no good. Offensive rebound, Boswell again.
Fitting.
In the story of the night. Riley at the left wing, guarded by Pippen. Drives to the right on Kaysen, now switches. Kicks it back out to White in the right wing. Behind the arc, works on Jones. Finds him Rickhouse deep in the left wing, off front iron, no good. Rebound, Yakuchonis. That'll be a floor foul. Fat Brooks will be tagged with the foul, his first. Yet again, another offensive rebound chance for the Illini.
It's really been unbelievable. I was watching Kylan Boswell that whole possession. He was just on Will Cheddar on the block, just trying to box him out, be ready for that miss, and ended up with Yakuchonis on the glass, but incredible effort on that end, and execution too by these Illini guards.
Yakuchonis' first shot is good. 86-69 score, 1:14 left here in the second half. Both teams in the double bonus.
Illinois has 19 offensive rebounds. That's all I was going to say.
Insane.
That's just a nuts number.
Yakuchonis' second shot is good. Reuben Jones will take it up for Michigan. Pippen with a quick drive, kicks it out to Fat Brooks. In the corner, that'll be a foul called on the Illini. Wonder if at some point we'll see the seniors who haven't seen any playing time in there for their senior day performances. You never know.
Yeah, honestly, I'm actually surprised Jace Howard isn't in there right now. He sometimes comes in these spots, but it's been Cheddar and Reuben Jones still in with the three freshmen. Good drive there by Pippen and the right kick, even though he got fouled in advance of it.
Pippen's first shot is good, rattles in. Michigan now down 17. 87-70 score, 109 left here in the second half.
I think if there's a blowout win, we might see more of those seniors than if this is a 16-point deficit right now.
Yeah, better circumstances, yep. 16-point deficit for the Wolverines. Boswell will bring it up for the Illini. Kicks it to Riley, guarded by Brooks. Works on the right wing. 1 minute to go here in the second half. Humruckus on the block end finds a wide open Trey White in the left corner, and it falls. 90-71 score. 49 seconds to go here in the second half. Reuben Jones brings it up. Spin moves on Yakuchonis, finds Will Cheddar at the top of the key. Hands it off to Pippen. Drives to the right, wide open lane to the bucket, and he will be fouled. He will go to the line for two with the double bonus.
Another good drive for Pippen late. Took it himself down the cup. Got a good angle. Good acceleration, good burst for him. But look, you know, this game, Michigan down 19, 90-71, 38 before. You know it's over, but good to see some flash from the freshmen. Look, you look ahead for Michigan, you've got a couple humongous games coming up.
Yeah, huge games.
In Maryland at home on Wednesday, and then you go to at East Lansing in a week from today. I mean, these are monster games against two ranked teams in the Big Ten. You know, Maryland sits 4th in the conference. Michigan State at the top. These are huge, huge games.
Pippen will make both. The Illini making some substitutions. A.J. Red will check in, as well as Keaton Kuchar.
And Ian Burns, the senior for Michigan.
Yeah, I told you. You know, not the circumstances he probably wanted to see his senior day performance, but he will check in.
I'm noticing, by the way, Jace Howard, I don't think he's dressed for today. He might be banged up.
Yeah,
but
he's not dressed.
Good to see Ian Burns, you know, walk-on senior, spent a lot of time in this program, get an applause here in his last game at home in the Crisler, or second to last game in Crisler Center, but on senior day.
Yakachenza brings it up. Michigan running full court press, picked up by Pippen. Hands it off to Kuchar at the top of the key. Finds Red, former manager for the Illini. Riley at the top of the key, guarded by Brooks at the block M. To kill some clock, 20 seconds and ticking here in the second half. Riley would drive on Burns, kicks it out to Booth, who hits the corner three. 13 seconds to go. Pippen drives it up for the Wolverines. 20-point deficit for Michigan. Burns has it. Finds Cheddar. Burns again in the right wing. He will shoot from behind the arc. Off back iron, no good. Pippen will get the offensive rebound, and that's it. Not the game Michigan wanted, certainly, and they'll go down in crushing fashion. 93-73, your final score. Here's the clock hit 0 here at the Crisler Center.
Just to bring it up, because I thought it was nice on that last possession, Cheddar was doing everything he could to get Ian Burns the basketball. He was calling for it on the right wing, got it to him, gave him the handoff. Burns got a double, got it back to Cheddar. Cheddar immediately brought him back to him for another DHO. And he actually got a decent look at the three that just missed back iron. But you know, a lot of respect for Cheddar.
I think given the circumstances, I think Crisler would have blown up. You know,
yeah,
some consolation prize. But nonetheless, Illinois takes down 15th ranked Michigan in dominant fashion.
Yeah.
Through some unorthodox play with some interesting lineups that Underwood threw out, and ultimately Michigan could not match the Illini's physicality in the glass.
Yeah, this is a really complete performance by Illinois. Look, you look at their shooting splits to end this game. They're at 47% from the field and 38% from downtown.
Yeah.
14 for 37 threes, massive number for Illinois. That's a pretty good percentage for a team that only shoots it around 30% on the year. And Boswell was so impressive. White was so impressive on the glass. He had 11 boards. And you know, I've said it all night, but Humrickhaus was really huge in what he brought defensively and on the glass. Hit three three-pointers. It was, you know, the stars were good. Yakuchonis was good. Riley was good. Yeah. But it was the other guys, and Boswell, even though he's, you know, one of your double-digit scorers in the year, but Boswell and Humrickhaus, Jake Davis, those guys really stepped up today on both ends of the floor. Trey White, too.
Yeah. And look, particularly, you know, the Illinois this half, 61% from the field, 47% from behind the arc. And
that'll win you a lot of games.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this Illini team firmly in the tournament, and don't be surprised if this team is a danger. You know, I think right now they're an 8 seed.
I mean, Illinois scored double. I mean, they scored 31 points in the first half, 62 in the second. They doubled it. I mean, it was an incredible second half. And, you know, if you're Dusty May, look, I don't know if you question your game plan, if you will, but largely you were in a 2-3 zone for a big part of that half. You're daring Illinois to shoot the three-pointer, and they shot the three-pointer, and they buried them.
And they played within their, you know, their weaknesses, or at least what they thought. You know, Illinois, not a good three-point shooting team at all, 30%.
Yeah.
That's not good, and they did that. They stuck to the game plan. The Illini just had a crazy shooting night, and you're not going to bet on that.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, in credit to Illinois.
Yeah.
And again, I said it sort of earlier in this broadcast. If you're Illinois, you're looking around, and I think your biggest issue is that those guys haven't shot the three well. Humrickhaus is the guy who transferred, and you're expecting to shoot the three really well. Same with Jake Davis. Both those guys at 34% or lower. Gibbs Lawhorn's at 30%. Boswell's at 22%. You know, These guys haven't shot. Trey White's at 26.5%. Even Yaku Chonis is at 32%. Riley around there, too.
Yeah.
These guys are good shooters that have not shot the ball at the splits you would hope they would. And you have a game today where, okay, they're a little bit better than usual. You score 93 points. A big part of that, your offensive glass work. But
yeah.
if you're Illinois and you look ahead and you know what you have in Yaku Chonis and in Will Riley and in Thomas Labavizic, who only played 18 minutes tonight, you know what you have in those guys, and you look around and all of a sudden Boswell's the pest that he was all night today and with 9 boards, and White shoots the 3 well, and Humrichow shoots the 3 well, and Davis shoots the 3 well. Gibbs Lawhorn has some wiggle, even though he didn't play a ton today. All of a sudden, your role players are guys that you can count on to make shots when Riley and Yaku Chonis and Avicic draw a lot of attention. That makes you feel like a lot more of a complete team down the stretch of this season into March.
Yep, certainly a statement win for the Illini, sitting 7th. Strengthened their tournament bid with a quad 1 win.
Yep.
And this is big for the Illini and for Michigan. And, you know they're magnetic to close games, and you know what they can do to close out those close games. But this was, I think, truly the first big loss of the season. And, it comes at a bad time with March now in full, swing. But, you still have to keep your head held high. You have Maryland, ranked opponent, ranked 16th as of now. And then you have the monmouth of a game at Michigan State a week from now. And, that's huge, and this Michigan team has to pick it up if they want to, maintain a double bye and, keep where they would like to be seated in March.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Those next couple of games are going to be huge. And I don't want to say that they'll tell you a lot about Michigan. I think you kind of know where this team is. For the most part, they play close games because, even in this one, you're down 1 at halftime. You have a chance to go out there and win it in the second half, and your game plan didn't work. Illinois beat you at the 3-point line.
Yeah.
They, as you expected, maybe killed you on the offensive glass. But if you're Michigan and you look ahead here, Maryland's a team you match up with pretty well in that if your 2 bigs on their 2 bigs, your guards on their guards, that's going to be a fun one. And you know who this Michigan State team is. Those are going to be 2 big games, and I am really curious to see how Michigan comes out in those. But I think that, you win one of those, you feel pretty good about this Michigan team down the stretch. And credit to Illinois, came out here, played excellently, especially in the second half, and it's a really good Brad Underwood squad who's now won 9 straight over the Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah, and that 6-year streak now will continue. We'll run you through the box scores real quick for Michigan. Golden led the charge, 22 points out of dominant fashion in the post. Wolf and Donaldson with 9, followed by Will Shetter from 9 as well. Burnett with 6, Kaysen with 5 off the bench, Pippen with 6 as well. For Illinois, and spread the wealth. Trey White led the team 19, Yaku Chonis and Boswell 17, Riley 13, but really none of that matters if you look at the rebounds. White with 11, Boswell with 9 rebounds, and boy, they just came out 40. That rebound margin 43-32, and that's what ultimately did it for Michigan down the stretch. And Michigan will leave on senior day with a 20-point loss.
That they will, and speaking of seniors. Your last broadcast here in the Crisler Center.
Yeah. Last one.
Yeah.
Yep. So
I'll have one more. I'll be back here on Wednesday sticking around.
I never really thought of that till now. Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, that's interesting. Thanks for – wow. All right.
Awesome.
Right. Yeah. So, that's my last call from Crisler, so I'll be signing off one last time from the Crisler Center, and we'll end as we always do with a good night and a go blue. See ya, folks.